I felt bad for a moment. I thought I crossed the line for a solid second. I'm very scared now.
Penis.
Okay, god damn it, Kim. Anyway, hi everyone.
Penis.
It's a running thing.
Hey,
Hi everyone. Welcome back to the Whimsical Travelers of Fate. This is our New Orleans by Night campaign ran by the lovely and the one and only Q Cosplay.
Hi guys. Sorry we missed the last couple of weeks. Last week I had con prep, and then the week before I got really sick with one of my medications. It was just not a good time. Thank you for your patience. We're trying to make this as regular as possible, but given that my health is so up in the air, sometimes it just shit happens that we have no control over. So thank you guys for sticking around.
We love you.
I am Max. I am the DM for our Sunday games. Here I play Edmund, Edmund Martain. And then we have his sister.
Nevi?
Nevi, did you die?
Nevi died.
We have his sister, Nevi, who normally plays
Ika.
Inca, our wonderful cleric Minotaur. And then we have Zelia here, who is played by the one and only Corgi Cosplay.
Cosplay Corgi.
Hi.
They are a little sick right now, so please excuse them for any
Yay for
silliness.
con crud.
And then we have Tia.
Hi, I'm Faye. I play Tia.
They normally
Yeah.
play Althera during the Sunday sessions.
Mhm.
And then we have the lovely Lydia here, played by.
Hi.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to talk.
Just let them introduce themselves real quick.
Yeah.
Lydia is played by Outer Space Studios, who occasionally pops around on other streams and also streams their artwork all the time.
They are also currently sick, and we will try to push forward as much as possible.
And then we have the awesome Link.
Yep.
hello. I'm Link, and I play Ulysses, a 200-year-old Civil War cavalry captain. It's a lot of fun. I love this guy. I'm not on anything else. I'm a newcomer here.
And then we have.
And we love that.
The Laron.
The
Oh,
Laurent.
the LeBron.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The Ventru to steal all the hearts.
The truest Ventru. Hi, my name is Kai Tirbs. I also go by Cole. I play Laurent Dubois, who is the most eligible bachelor of Louisiana and self-proclaimed king and or prince of Louisiana as a whole, having been here since its birth, but not in official capacity. Looking to make some moves.
Bilo, who who would play Reese, is unable to join us tonight, and we will be seeing the future of Reese later on. We're still working out some personal life issues, but we will get to figuring that out in a bit. For now, let's give a quick recap. Last we saw our wonderful kindred and coterie. They all had met up at Lydia's house where the door was kicked down, and we had saw the Prince of New Orleans, who had been missing for 7 years.
At least 7 years.
At
Like
least 7
it. There's been rumors. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where.
Yes. He came in looking like a ghoul from freaking Fallout, scary as hell, and started a bit of a scuffle with the people. As everyone started to fend off this being, Lydia, Octavia, and Rosetta rushed to try to get to the other side. Rosetta was halted and stayed by her husband Reese during the fight. Lydia kneeled down towards her faithful ghoul Nick, who was not looking good, and made the ultimate decision in order to turn Nick into a Toreador. Octavia took care of Lind to make sure that he was still not breathing. And the team was able to fend off the prince pretty well until the door was once again bust through, and there was Nine Rodriguez and Velvet Lavore. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
There to essentially save the day, and they were able to get Edmund off of the prince. Reason had shot him. Laurent had started throwing punches and kicks. Ulysses
I
shot
was
a
about to
couple
catch a
times.
smoke.
No, I
And
slashed him. I have a friggin' sword.
yeah, so he slashed him,
It's
and
it's awesome.
Put some respect on that attack.
and Ulysses was able to cut off the hands of the fallen prince as they have taken him downstairs to be held and questioned. When all started calming down, Tia started having a bit of a panic about what the hell is actually going on, as things are now feeling so real. And Edmund pulled them to the side and called their grandmother and called their mother and spoke to them about hiring Tia for a job as to give her an excuse of why she wouldn't be able to make it home that night. Thankfully, things started smoothing out a bit more until Tia, Laurent, and Nines talked about a devastating outcome that they have found that the Prince of San Diego's body or ashes was never discovered, and the sarcophagus had gone missing. Octavia had asked Velvet Lavore to fulfill a boon from her she got and return back to San Diego to find out more information that they could. We leave off where the team had all gathered together to have a night of relaxation and fun and smoking and drinking. Edmund and Rosetta tried to hide upstairs, but Laurent's charismatic ways dragged them on down as Tia spent
Yeah.
10-15 minutes crying her eyes out in the bathroom over the realization that, oh shit, this is a thing. And we all settled down and took our rest for the night. That is where we left off.
How do we regain wisdom if you used it?
Wait, what?
How do you regain stuff if you end up using it? Because, like, I think I used a little bit of
You rest and
willpower.
you feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this
Yeah.
count as that?
Because it's been a couple of weeks since our last session, I will go ahead and count it.
Yay.
And my damage, am I healed?
So if you guys took damage, if you
Oh, thank God.
if you used willpower, your stuff is back to base.
Thank God, that bitch hits hard.
I don't think I got hit at all, and I
yeah.
didn't have any hunger, I don't think. My hunger is at
No, but you used a
5.
willpower to save yourself from a
Yes.
couple of bestial failures.
Yeah. Because I was about to dome homeboy.
Yeah,
But
so
no,
for
I could take a punch to the face with a silver knuckle duster.
well, that's what happens when you hit a certain age. Anyway, for those at home who don't know, in Vampire the Masquerade, the equivalent of nat ones are called bestial failures, which can cause you to either lose control of your character or do some really fucked up shit without worrying about the consequences and finding out later that you fucked around and found out. It's a whole thing. Hopefully we won't find out, but it's a tabletop, so anything's possible.
I'm here for the smoke.
Anyway, excuse me. Recovering from Concred. This is fun. Anyway,
Stop
so
dying, it's bad
yes.
for your health.
Because Lydia is having a hard time speaking tonight, can we just safely say that me and Luna can DM about this later, but we can safely say that Edmund and Lydia had a talk about Octavia?
Yeah.
So it's not a whole back and forth argument thing.
Yeah, no, if you guys get me the like the basic conversation that happens, we can include that in any recaps later on. That would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Especially because as Vampire is all 100% player story driven, I kind of need to know that for my own references.
Yeah.
D10s, right?
Yes,
Yep.
it is D10s.
Okay.
And you should still have access to the cheaters guide that I sent you for rolls and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also put
All right.
into the embed chat the link to the V.T.M dice roller if needed.
Thank you very much, Maggie. All right, so it is the next morning. Well, for you guys, the next evening. In the night, or well, in the day. I need to get out of D&D terms. Wow, my brain is so fried, and the edible hasn't even kicked in yet. So during the day, Lydia's ghouls, who had not had to be turned to save their lives, took care of repairs. By the time you guys wake up, everything looks like it did the moment you showed up. There's no signs of scuffle. The old wood that would have absorbed the blood like nobody's business looks like it was absolutely pristine. Even where the door was embedded a good 3-4 feet into the wall, it looks like there's not even a scratch on the wall itself. The door is restored. It all looks incredible. Almost enough to make you wonder if last night actually happened until you hear some very muffled and angry screaming coming from the basement. Who is the first to uh leave their room, so to speak?
Ulysses hears the scuffle in the basement and goes to check it to see if he needs to cut off somebody's feet.
I'm probably up right after Ulysses is up.
Edmund's
All
probably
right.
getting ready to leave.
Okay. We'll go with that for now. Well, go ahead, Phoebe.
No, no, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
You go.
I was gonna say Tia is up, and probably trying to find the best way to sneak out. Cause she's like, oh, if I just leave, it's not real. If I just leave.
Oh, funny you mentioned that, Tia. We're gonna touch base on this real quick because this is happening at the same time y'all are going downstairs. And since Tia is our newly found vampire, this is going to possibly play into the rest of what's about to happen.
Oh God.
Edmund hears
So-
all your steps.
Tia, actually, Edmund,
Yeah.
while this is happening, go ahead and roll me a wits and awareness.
Oh shit.
How
Tia,
dare
you
Meg.
wake up
Yeah.
and you look around, trying to get your bearings, trying to remember what happened, and you notice that the room is completely blacked out. The curtains are nailed in such a way that they don't look like they're nailed, but they're so hard that you can't pull it out to look outside.
Mm-hmm.
And you look next to you because there's only one bed in this room. You look next to you and you see what used to look like a beaten, bloodied twink of a boy, and you recognize him as Nick, the ghoul that was being tossed around like a rag doll. But he no longer looks injured. He looks a little bit beefier than he did before, and he has an almost unnatural attractiveness about him. But you notice he is in your bed and shirtless.
Tia immediately screams and out of impulse starts like close fist beating his face.
I got 6 successes with a critical success.
No, my God.
You hear all of this.
Yeah, I have
You hear
acute hearing.
everything.
I have acute hearing. I guess Edmund's gonna make his way to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Sure thing, Laron.
Probably also heard the scream, and he's in protective mode to make sure the young one isn't hurt. So he just probably like
been through a lot,
spins
so now
and is
she's
like,
screaming.
now I gotta go
We
check
all
on him.
run in.
And it's Nick just trying to sleep.
Edmund just
Anyway.
stands in the doorway looking at this guy.
So yeah, what Edmund and Laron see? If you were, I'm guessing you're still into the basement, Ulysses.
No, I also run in.
Perfect.
A chick screams.
Zelia, I will bring you in a little bit because you and I have some fun stuff to do here in a little bit.
Okay.
Rosetta, you stayed at the grounds, correct?
I think Nevi's dead.
Nevi! Alright, for now, until Nevi comes back, we will just say that they are taking a little extra sleep because they are a little more stressed out than the rest of y'all.
Been a rough
Lydia,
day.
you can indicate in text chat if you need to. Is Lydia sleeping lightly?
No,
Okay,
she's not.
so everybody on this floor heard that then. And
Or she's
actually,
with
yes,
Velvet.
What was
you
that
and
laugh
Velvet
for?
are currently. They have history.
Oh.
You and Velvet decided to go to the attic to your personal alone area to have
Edmund's
a
just
Yeah.
like
reunion
getting
of
the fuck
sorts.
out. Oh my god, cute hearing. Oh, Edmund's poor cute
I
hearing.
thought the dungeon was in the basement.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the dungeon. That's her personal quarters away from everybody in case she needs to say, fuck you, I want to be an introvert.
The red
that's
room.
the dungeon.
The red room.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys all burst in and you see Nick, who is very disoriented and still kind of lethargic, trying to and like weakly bat these hands away from his face as she's full on just, oh god, get off me! Oh god, what's going on? Why are you naked?
Tia, darling.
Ah!
Stop hitting
She's
me,
like-
young man.
she has like some of his hair like balled up in her fist, you
Ow,
know, like
ow, 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 ow.
Let go of the
Edmund
man.
sighs. Oh, the children are fighting.
oh my god, sorry, I just
Oh.
he was in my bed, his shirt's off, like,
He was injured.
why were you in my bed?
Recovering.
He was
Why were you
injured.
ripping my hair out like a pansy ass little shit?
Oh, that's how you want to go? That's like she's about to pull
Honey.
the why I oughta like wind back.
He sits up and like so as soon as he says that, he sits up, one leg propped up, elbow resting on the leg, hand at like a 45-degree angle, and just
Uh-huh.
looks you up and down, just, honey, even if I did swing your way, I could at least nail a 9, not a 3.
Edmund's gonna go ahead and essentially try to pick Lydia up by the waist, like, oh no, hold her back. Hold her back.
You mean Tia?
See what it
Yeah,
does,
Tia.
god damn it.
Edmund's grabbing Tia and just being like, no, hold her back, because
Oh, after that burn, Tia's not fighting anymore. She's just kind of stunned. She's like, am I ugly? I mean, I knew I was ugly, but
Edmund's freaking. The thing is that you're Nines Rodriguez's kid. You are a Bruja. He's like pulling you and looks like, I don't need this one to die. I don't need this to happen and Lydia blame me. Just pull.
And
but once
Nick is just watching all y'all do this, by the way. Like, seems unfazed at a glance. There might be some other stuff you're not quite sure.
I don't know what compel does. Or daunt for that matter. It won't tell me.
What
God
are
damn
you
it.
trying to
I wanna try to like because I just want to diffuse the situation because I feel like tensions are getting high. Right. I know like Tia's in stunned shock, but like that's gonna wear off eventually. And a realization of the most severe burn in the history of burns is
no,
gonna
she's
hit.
already realized it. Like that's why I said like she's not fighting anymore. Now she's just in that like 1,000-yard stare. Like
That hurts.
oh my God.
There's a lot
Yeah.
to process there, but once you come back, like that's an ass whooping. Like that's I'm
why
fucking you up now.
That's why Edmund has Tia just being like pulling them away. Like, let's actually go over here. So it's pretty cool.
So
I guess the goal is to like emanate a little bit of pressure and like command some authority and just chill the fuck out for a moment.
You have two options then. You can use command, which is one dot, which is you give a simple one-word order the target must obey. Or there's mesmerize, which is a 2-point power. By holding a target with your gaze, you can implant false thoughts or hypnotic suggestions into a target's mind, which is more of like what compel does, where command is I tell you sit, you sit down.
Do you have
so compel, we're just trying to like
or you could just say, hey, let's all chill out.
I give some command authority.
So command is specifically a one-word order. So it would be either silence,
I think
stop, stuff like that.
I think Link is saying while Laron is like thinking, what can I do? What can I do? Ulysses is just like, hey, chill the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
Quite literally.
I might have misread that. My apologies. But if you're just trying if you're trying to diffuse the situation, mesmerize might be better because
I
you
don't believe
now
I
have
have
2
mesmerized.
brand new kindred. It's no longer just Tia.
I don't
But
believe I
Nick
have
at
mesmerize
least.
as an ability.
Well, in that case,
I only have compel, daunt, and throne room.
okay, so compel works like mesmerize.
Okay, so we're gonna compel. I got 1.
All
Compel
right.
1.
Okay, go ahead and that one you.
What do I
Excuse
do?
me.
Oh, there it is.
Please don't
There we go.
die.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. I had it. Issue the victim a single action command, no longer than a short sentence to be obeyed to the letter. Charisma plus dominate versus intelligence plus resolve. So my
Yep.
charisma
So
and
roll all
dominate.
of that.
So my charisma is a 4. And my what the fuck would be my dominate? That's not a thing anymore. Oh wait. No, it's not.
Could it be
Isn't
intimidation?
dominate one of an ability?
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Thanks.
that, May. I have charisma 4. I don't know what
I
dominate
don't.
is either.
I don't know why you're using like a magic power. Just to be like, hey, everybody, let's calm down.
I don't get to use my magic powers often.
So
Plus, I don't know how well that other young one's gonna listen to me. They're 2 newborns, and they're both, hotheads at this stage.
yeah, so you're doing
I'm
the
in the process of
thing,
pulling
and
this
then
up. Sorry.
Ulysses is just literally standing there going, "Hey, let's all calm down. Let's be friends, right?"
Let's see whose voice has more authority.
So, what
What
did you
is
say it was on yours? What'd you say it was looking for?
Dominate?
No, like,
what were the rolls again?
Oh, dominate is the
yeah,
thing. Oh, so I have 1 point in dominate.
yeah.
Okay,
So
that
it
tracks.
would
Okay,
be dominate plus. Are you doing? Are you trying to be charismatic, or are you trying to just shut this shit down?
let's do somewhere in the middle. The idea of like just the right amount of like pressure in the voice
And
to
what's
say
That
that we're serious today, but not so much that I'm trying to put the fear of God in them. We're keeping things casual
okay.
here.
In that case, add your resolve and your manipulation to the roll, and let me know what you get.
Add resolve and manipulation to the dominate.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, hold on. Whoa, this is about to be a lot
So
of fucking
that's a
dice.
lot of dice.
to quote the famous Matt Mercer, you can certainly try.
Okay, so
And
charisma. So I'm adding charisma and dominate
Mm-hmm.
plus resolve
And manipulation.
and manipulation.
and what did it say Tia was rolling? Do we all
7,
have to roll
Is
this?
Tia?
9.
I would say, is Tia supposed to be rolling something?
Yeah,
That's
it
what
would
I'm
be
working
against
on.
you.
That is what I
That's
am
10
working on. Give me.
dice.
Okay, roll your dice and hold your results. Okay.
10d10s, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Hold
give me
your
a second.
results. Once you have it rolled, just wait a second. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Tia, you are going
Mhm.
to roll me a composure, a resolve, and for this situation, because of how chaotic everything is, let's go to insight.
Do me and Ulysses have to make the roll as well, or are we good?
No, you are not the target of his words. It's if you are targeted in this case. Laurent did say he has 2 very distinct targets.
I got 3 successes and 2 fails.
All right, what did you get, Laurent?
Give me a second. I have to look back at the goddamn notes.
Oh shit.
I need to pin messages. It was here somewhere. Where you at? There we go. Okay, so 1-5 is a failure.
Oh, it hurts to
69
laugh.
is a success, and a 10 is a critical success. Right? How about
Mhm.
this? I'm gonna read out what I got, and then we go with that. How's that sound?
I'll hold up fingers depending on how many successes you have. How does that sound?
Okay, yeah, that works. That works. Okay, so we have a 9, a 6, an 8, a 5, a 10,
That counts as 2.
4, 4, 2, 2, 1.
Ooh. Okay,
And
so you have
willpower.
okay. Go ahead and make that willpower roll to roll up to I believe it's 4 of your dice you can re-roll.
Then let's, and that's just with one willpower, or is it willpower per
Yes.
dice?
Well, it's willpower per die.
So we're gonna re-roll 2 of them.
Okay. So we're still at 5.
So I feel like that's like right on that edge of success. And if I get that above, so we're gonna re-roll the 1 and the 2
Alrighty.
because we don't need critical failures today.
Aww.
Shit.
I mean, no,
Not
please
yet, at
re-roll
least.
those dice. True, the night is literally minutes in. It's
Oh
just
my god!
starting. Let's.
Thanks so much. Fuck. Got a 9 and an 8.
Okay. So you have 7 successes, and how many successes did you have, Tia?
3.
Wow. So Nick is reading you to filth, as every just woken up next to a woman gay person usually does. Don't ask me how I know that.
Mhm.
And as this
How do
bickering
you
is
know
happening,
that?
that is not something I can say on stream because this is not my stream. I am a guest on this stream, and I really, really, really don't want to get thrown off before my character possibly dies next week. Anyway, so Laurent, you see this going down. It's getting loud. There's smacking. Edmund is making some very, oh god, what are all these noises faces? Ulysses is just like, hey man, let's just chill the fuck out. And you just, how do you get this chaos to stop so you can put 2 and 2 together before you at least have your coffee?
Laurent sort of like takes it all in for a moment and just he knows that like vampires have sensitive hearing, so and everyone's in the room, and even with all this gas, he knows it'll cut through. But he like channels his like inner Ventru, this inner I am above you for a moment, right? And just with like a simple, he just goes,
Bella, shut the fuck up.
just barely audible above the whole
Shush.
noise.
Mm-hmm.
In an attempt to get everyone to just like stop and just look in his direction and shut the fuck up.
Stop. Wait a minute.
Sunday, right?
So yeah, as
Bella,
you start getting
cállate la
frustrated
boca.
and trying to figure everything
We're on
out,
the
you
freaking
feel
go
your
over there.
vampiric essence seeping out into the room, kind of like waves of air conditioning when it's really hot and muggy, and you could feel the motion of the air.
Yeah.
Those of you from the South or who have friends in the South, you know what I'm talking about. So as your energy reaches
Bella,
out and finally reaches these 2 who
shut
are
up.
squabbling like chickens,
God, shut the fuck
there's
up,
a
please.
couple of beats where it almost feels like the air is pulsating like a heartbeat would.
Mm-hmm.
And without missing a beat, Tia sits cross-legged, hands in her lap, and just stares.
Sit
Edmund's
down.
Nick.
I'm sad.
I have to make a roll for Nick because Nick goes to turn, forgetting that he is on the edge of the bed. And he rolls fucking 4 out of 5 failures. Okay. He goes to lean back, pauses, wonders why there's no blanket there. All of a sudden, bam! Face first, ass still kind of sort of on the bed. One leg is to the right, one is by his head. And it is this point, Tia, you notice he is wearing bright rainbow purple unicorn boxers and rainbow knee-high socks.
Bella, shut up.
Tia just
No.
kind of inwardly snickers to herself. Her eye, and then turns back to Laurent in that, you know, in the like, oh, I shit stirred, but look, I'm sitting so polite now. I didn't do anything wrong.
Your teacher's petting this.
Edmund's
I am
gonna look
just
at
petting
this whole
this.
mess.
She's like batting her eyelashes and everything. Like, aren't I such a good girl?
Edmund's gonna turn to look at this whole mess. their freaking their face is very scrunched up, and I am not happy with with the sounds that are coming from the attic right now. And and goes, well, if it pleases everyone, I'm going to um, I'm going to head on home. But first, and they kind of take out like a wad of cash and hand it to Tia. Go get yourself a new phone, and we'll discuss everything else later. And he starts walking downstairs.
Edmund, you
Hmm.
want me to drop her off somewhere at some point?
You should take her home. See to it that she gets the ability to have a nice shower and everything. And when she is ready, she can come to Mortain Mortuary. I
I'm
am
behind
in
you.
the
As
middle of a
soon as
stream and
you
you're making me
say
park.
that, you hear. You're really gonna let the chica fucking go home after all this shit, man? I thought you knew better than this.
You told her that she was able to go home,
I told her she
and
was able to visit.
she needs to visit to get more clothes and to take a shower and explain to her family. I know that you're old and you don't understand that there is family.
You you call him old, and immediately his upper arms bulge out a bit as he tenses up.
You are old as well as I am, though I am older. But you know for a fact that if they have living family, they need to talk with them for a little bit in order to give them a bit of relaxation to know what the hell is going on. All right? She needs to go home and speak with her family for a little bit before coming to figure out what is going on. Me and my sister and Reese will figure out what to do with her. We have plans already.
It's then you
Shut
realize
the
that
fuck up,
Reese is
Bella!
nowhere to be found.
Bella, please!
So that happens.
Well, I'm
One
figuring that
second,
he's.
please. I have to mute.
I'm figuring that Reese is like in bed with Rosetta at the moment. Though I think
Hmm.
Nevi might have fallen asleep.
Probably. I was gonna say, when Edmund hands Tia the cash, she's just looking at it and she's like, "Well, now I know how Vivian Ward felt in Pretty Woman."
I don't
Oh,
know that
sorry,
movie.
the dog was being
What
an
a
asshole.
deep cut for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
What do you
Ulysses
mean
Well, dude,
deep
literally
cut?
says
fantastic
it.
movie.
Ulysses literally says aloud. That's an old reference.
That's an old one.
I
um,
love Pretty Woman.
um,
I remember when it was in theaters.
Oh
Jesus.
no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm only. I'm only in my early 20s.
I was gonna jump off the
Anyway,
bridge real quick.
I'll join you,
I could
man.
do
I hear they
that.
got some high ones in Milwaukee. Anyway,
30 fucking sucks.
so
Um,
You look good
yeah,
for
as
30. I thought you were mid 20s.
oh, thank you.
I'm almost 33, if that says anything. But
Dang,
anyway,
I know.
besides, back to the fucking story. Back to the
Uh-huh.
story.
Um,
Nines is tapping his foot and looking a little more impatient than usual as you guys talk.
around look, nines. Look, I
Bella,
understand
I'm
your
about to kick you the fuck
concerns,
out of this
but
room.
I think
I'm
we got this under
serious.
control. I think this will be a simple process. It's been a while since I've been through it myself, but I still remember much of how to initiate one to the next phase. So no stress, no concerns. But I don't know. You is everything good? You seem a little more tense than usual. I didn't expect such a reaction after the wonderful night we had, and I don't know.
Man, it's not that I don't trust you or nothing, but with the shit that's about to fucking go down, I ain't exactly gonna be leaving town anytime soon, and I need to make sure that. And he nods over to Tia. The collateral ain't gonna get fucked up in the crossfire.
I mean, to be fair, you've already sort of, as it were, screwed the pooch in that regard, right? Like, had you done it the correct way, we wouldn't be in this. We might not be in this situation, but now we're here, right?
Had I done it the
So,
correct way, I would be fucking asking the asshole in your basement right now to fucking give me permission. You think he's gonna fucking do that?
I mean, he was missing, so you wouldn't have had to ask anybody. I'm just saying, like,
Admin's gonna clear
there's
his
other
throat.
ways around
What's
our
Listen
process
here,
of
pretty boy.
abandonment.
What's done is done.
Yeah, Edmund's gonna clear his throat and look to Tia like, should I drop you off home before I make my way back to my place? Seems that they have things that they wish to talk about. And remember, Loran, any information you can get on the Hikata from the visitor downstairs would be appreciated.
Of course, of course.
Ulysses speaks up and he says, "Tia, can I have a word in private before you go?"
Tia's gonna point yourself to me.
Yes, you.
Moi?
Me?
Eh?
And she's like, sure. But before she does, she turns to Nick, and just slides over some Hello Kitty band-aids. Like, I'm sorry for beating your face in.
You just
Hello
have those on you?
Specifically, Hello Kitty.
Edmund gives
All
you
right.
I'll wait for you downstairs to look to Tia before heading downstairs. Wanting to get a little further away from the attic than he needs to be.
I feel like I gotta square up with Nines in a second. I'm not trying to square up with this motherfucker, but he didn't starting to come off a little
You
disrespectful.
do notice that even though it seems like he's trying to square up to you, there's a layer of almost a what the fuck, bro?
What happened?
What the fuck, bro?
The dog threw his food bowl in a temper tantrum.
Oh,
Man.
baby.
Oh, he's
I'm
so
mad.
delightfully loved. Anyway, fucking what was it? Nines, right? So as Nines is like, listen here, you little shit. You notice that underneath this very, very much 90s esque, like Will Smith and Fresh Prince trying to square up bullshit going on. There's a primordial fear beneath his exterior that because your thing is still active, you can pick up on LeRon. Everybody else is just kind of like, well, it must be a Monday.
Laurent sort of like adjusts his tie a little bit and stands at his full height, like in front of Nines.
Okay.
Look, Nines. If you got a problem with the way I want to do things and how I want to handle things, we can have a cordial disagreement, but I don't think it'd be wise of you to try to assert any authority. I can smell a palpable fear on you, and I would appreciate if you give me the respect I'm owed.
Oof. Okay, so for that, you're gonna go ahead and make a roll here.
Hell yeah.
Because that's very much an intimidation check right there.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
So because of how you described it, we're gonna go with composure, resolve, and intimidation for that roll.
Composure, resolve, and intimidation. That is, we're rolling 7 dice for that one.
Okay.
Let's pick out some ones that like me. These dice like me a little bit. These ones like me a little bit.
Corgi, does my voice sound better now?
This one sometimes.
Why does it still sound
She
like
said not really.
far away? No, I readjusted some stuff now.
It still sounds kind of far away, but it sounds better.
Why? My mic's like right here. The fuck?
Sounds
It
fine to
sounds better
me.
than that one time.
It's almost down the middle. Okay, great. This
It's
isn't too
good.
bad.
It's
This
fine.
isn't too bad. All right, so we got a 10, a 9, a 9, a 7, a 2, a 2, and a 4.
So you have 5 successes. You're gonna fucking hate this. He got 11 successes.
God!
Oh my god!
11 on
motherfucker.
13 dice. But he also rolled 2 bestial failures.
Oh.
But that's fine. The successes cancel them out, don't they?
Yes and no, context-wise. So you try to get in his face, you start to intimidate him, and you think it's working. But on the flip side of that, like this wall of pure, unadulterated survival instinct and hunger push that energy back at you. And it's at that moment you realize that Nines isn't here just because of the shit with San Diego. Nines is running. He's being hunted down.
Yeah, that's where that fear is coming from.
But the problem is that your intimidation did not work at all.
That's fine. We did what we could.
And he actually shoulder checks you as he walks by. Like, not a tap at the, oops, my bad. He full on, like, bam.
I'm
And just, as he does it, just looks over his shoulder. Just be careful who you fucking choose to pick a fight with, man.
Look. First and foremost, don't you dirty my motherfucking suit.
Oh.
That shit done made me mad, nah. But I gotta think about I gotta weigh my options right now. Because I want to hit him. I want to give him. I want to run the hands so fucking badly. But I don't think that's what LaRon would do in this situation. I think seeing a little like knowing that there's like true fear in him, he sort of like lets him walk by and he's like, well, I guess a frightened dog only does have two options. Lie and take it, or stand back up and fight.
Oh my god!
I done found the latter in you. Or sorry, the former in you.
All right, so LaRon, you know how you wanted to catch these hands?
Yeah, let's go! Let's go with a smoke going.
Now let's switch over to Zelia.
I need to make this roll first because I'm not normally I don't do this because this is behind the screen, but I need LaRon to know just how bad this shit is.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
I'm rolling 17 d10s. So go ahead and you are going to be rolling. Are you going to be dodging or are you going to try and brace for the hit?
Let's see. What does dodging entail and what does bracing entail?
So if you dodge it, you have to do dexterity and either athletics or brawl, depending on how you dodge. Like if you kind of roll off of him like a football style, that would be brawl. If you're just gonna duck it, it's athletics. If you're gonna fucking try and take this hit, it would be a mixture of strength, stamina, and pure melee.
Strength, stamina. That's 4. Melee's 2. That's 6. Against 17. Against 17 dice, huh? I'm a gutsy motherfucker most days. I realize now I might have walked in. I might have grabbed too much smoke than I. It felt like the right button to press. Don't shoulder check me like that, homie.
No.
When keeping it real goes too far.
I have not had a situation show up like this where I have rolled all but one failure.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Only one die was a success. So as long as you don't roll 0 failures, you won't get hit.
I
Don't
think
forget about your
LaRon.
willpower, man.
Yeah, I only got so much left. I have 3 left. 3 willpower left.
So all of it resets.
No, because I just used 2 earlier, didn't I?
Oh, that's right.
So I have 3 remaining. Is there anything else I can do? I have lethal body. What the fuck does that do?
I believe.
Cause aggravated damage to mortals, tearing skin and breaking bones with bare fingers. That's not gonna work. He's not mortal.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
he's a fucking baron.
Question.
The anarch version thereof. It's complicated. Yes.
Can Tia be looking at Nick and like looking at she's kind of like looking at Nick and then looking at those two like, you see what I'm seeing? This is kind of sexy.
What?
Oh yeah,
Like, she
no,
doesn't
Nick
say
has
it out
his
loud.
Nick read your face because he somehow now has a bag of chips in one hand and a box of popcorn in the other. And he's just like, nah, bitch, let's get down to this.
He's like, oh
Okay.
hell yeah.
What does
Anyway.
blood surge do? The fuck is that?
Blood
What's a power
surge.
bonus?
Power bonus. It's been a hot minute since somebody's actually used that, and I don't have it saved in my fucking link, so give me a second.
Take your time. I'm just looking at them on my sheet. I'm trying to see how much I can spin this in my favor. Because dear
Valid.
God, I need
Ulysses
as
is
much as I can get.
Ulysses is looking at you like a fucking boss. This guy a beat down the guy that almost killed us.
Yeah. And you know what?
And you're picking schoolyard fights.
I stand 10 toes down, god damn it.
So, blood surge, you're able to buff one attribute stat for one roll if you make a rouse check. The amount is increased is determined, God, by your blood potency. So like that depends on like your generation.
Okay.
Trying to
Because
remember what
my blood surge
generation
adds
yours
2
is.
dice.
Okay, we'll just go with that.
Okay.
Because they have this stupid like 80-page spreadsheet that I don't have time to go through right now.
So I need to do a rouse check?
Yes, so you're gonna just roll your blood dice first.
Which is not the blood potency.
No, your actual like your hunger dice.
Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5.
Yep, you're gonna roll 5 dice and let me know how many of them are failures.
Fucking hell. This is just for me to get to the roll where I'm bracing for damage, mind you. This is all for this one moment.
You're the one that
This
decided
be the one roll that the one success beats you, right?
Oh my god. Oh no. Willpower.
You cannot actually use willpower
Fuck
on
me
hunger
sideways.
arousal checks.
Okay, so you need the failure.
So how many failures?
3 failures, but I did get 1 critical success.
Okay,
But I
so
also
one
got
failure.
1 bestial failure.
Oh, so those cancel each other out. Oh shit.
And then I had a 6. And then I got a 6.
Okay, so you have 1 normal success.
So 1 normal success and then 2 normal failures.
All right, so
Doesn't work, I guess.
This is so bad.
you have basically you have a failure, only 1 failure. So like you feel this punch coming on and you reach in, the beast within you is starting to salivate a little bit at the idea of combat and potentially getting a bite to eat afterwards. You know, it's been a while since you let loose, but you do feel your potency flush through your system. And you do feel a little bit more strength, dexterity, whatever you're going with.
We're going for strength to brace for it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go for strength.
Okay.
And that's going to bump it by, what, 2 dice then?
Yes.
Okay. So, strength's now 4. Strength, stamina,
Okay.
and melee, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4, 6, 8.
8 versus 17 and only 1 success. Let's see.
Hold on. I got one last thing to ask.
Okay.
2 things. 2 things to ask. Can I make an argument for brawl and streetwise? Because I done been sucker punched a couple times. I'm a street fighter. I'm a brawler. I'm a boxer. I'm all up about melee and beating motherfuckers' asses. Like, I'm here for all the smoke.
You know what? We're gonna do this the D&D way. Call it in the air.
Heads.
No, you cannot.
All right, cool. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we're 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we have 8 die against 17. All right, cool.
He only has 1 success out of those 17 dies.
He has 1 success.
I
Okay.
told you,
1,
out
2, 3,
of
4,
17 dice,
7,
he got
8.
16 failures.
Okay.
4 of which are bestial.
We're bracing for it. Cool. Okay.
Tension is
Okay.
real. Like, even over webcam, the tension in the room is palpable.
Hold on 1 second, okay? Because I'm gonna need to use like some willpower desperately.
Oh, I want revocation.
So 1 second. I have 3
Sorry.
willpower left. What happens if I use all my willpower?
Then use. We get to find out just how quickly you can go rabid.
Okay, so we're gonna use 2. We'll use 2.
Okay, go
Because
ahead.
I got a bestial failure. And I'd like to re-roll that one.
Okay.
And I would like to re-roll one of these 3s I got.
Go right ahead.
Don't you only need 1 success?
Technically, yes, but I feel like he's making sure, and like, who knows? Maybe he'll get nothing but failures. It might be the one time that 1 success is defeated, or defeats the defense.
I'm just high enough. The dice hit the other dice.
What?
And I'm just high enough. So when the dice hit like my pile of dice in one corner, and I hit all of them, and I got lost in them because I have duplicates of both of them. So I have no idea what. Like I still know that there were 4 failures. Like in that group, that much I know. I just need to roll a 2, and I'm just moving them out the way. I sat there and stared at like the fuck just happened.
roll your 2 dice.
Okay. Are you fucking shitting me today? All right, that's fine. Okay.
Wait, did you not get any?
1 critical success, but 1 critical failure, so they cancel each other out. And I got a 7.
So
all failures across the board, but I did get the 7, so that's 1 success.
I will say, Edmund, what's about to happen, you hear on your way out.
I'm just walking past them like I'm not gonna deal with this, and then I stop at the top of the stairs when I hear this.
Because he only got 1 success, right?
1 success.
He got 1 success and like 4 bestial failures.
He did, but those canceled out the other successes he got.
Yeah.
The problem is that vampire is not meets it, beats it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Shit, hold on. Fuck it. Then I'm using that last goddamn willpower. Today's the day we go rabid.
Oh my god,
Does that mean you're out of willpower?
Or do I not?
If you run out of willpower, you go feral.
You go insane, you lose your humanity.
Fuck.
You will start taking humanity damage.
Oh my god. Just take it like a man, bitch.
I'm so close. You have no idea how frustrating it is.
No.
This is not.
You know what?
Also, the start of your night.
It's fine. It's fine. You know, go ahead and do it because once.
Oh, he's on our side.
Once Laurent goes insane, and we have to also take him out. Laurent just got to make a new character sheet. That's all Kai got to do. You're not.
Yeah, then you can make a smarter character.
Okay, so Laurent probably like at this point realizes that he's gonna have to brace for impact on this one.
So he's just gonna take the hit.
I got to take it on the chin. I thought I almost had it, but like the dice said, "Fuck you."
Okay. So, oh my god.
I'm just taking it on the chin.
So, as he whips around, you can feel the rush of air towards your face as his fist comes flying at you. You get your foot back there, you brace your heels, you put your hands up in the X. And I did say that this isn't meets it, beats it, but neither side wins. So, Laurent takes the hit. It slides up his wrist and catches just the top of the bridge of his nose, right where it meets the dent for your eye.
Mm-hmm.
But in doing so, it jerked his arm forward and he clocked Nines, uppercut style, in the chin. So there is now vamp blood. Yeah, so
fuck.
Laurent took it like right there.
Does that mean I gotta roll a arousal check? Vitae,
yes,
dead blood has been spilt, motherfuckers.
Oh no.
What's arousal check
it's
again?
like it's just your blood dice.
Well, that's only one, isn't it? For the hunger? I thought arousal check was like composure or something.
No,
Here,
rouse
let
you roll
them.
blood.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hi, I succeed. I'm good.
Okay.
Edmund's looking at the blood, just looks at both of them, looks at Ulysses across the room.
I do apologize. It was hunger dice, not blood dice. That is my bad.
Yeah, my hunger. Well, I rolled my hunger die. My hunger die was one success.
Okay. I just need to clarify that because I got them mixed up. I was thinking about the blood surge stuff and all the shit.
So Edmund sees
so
this
you're
happening. Sees the blood, sees this happening, looks towards Ulysses. Like, get your boy and walks downstairs. Like,
You know what?
Get your mans.
You know what? Just for
It's
giggles.
basically the dual punch from JoJo.
Bam!
Ulysses,
Giggles.
after
And I
they
feel like this is what would happen.
We will get to that in a second, Lydia, because there's some shit we have to cover.
What is Link
after
saying?
they hit each other, Ulysses shoves his way in between the both of them and says, "If we're done posturing, we have an actual enemy. He locks up in the basement, I believe."
Nine's kind of like takes a half step back, spits a mouthful of blood to the floor. Just you take care of that shit. I'm gonna go make sure that our asses are covered, and he just storms off.
And Ulysses
said,
looks at
real quick,
Laurent and Ulysses looks at Laurent and just gives him a look like, "Fucking really?"
Hey,
so real
took
quick,
that shit like a champ, though, right, bro? Yeah.
Go ahead.
real quick. We're gonna go to Lydia because Lydia and Velvet were very much engaged in one of each other's company the night before.
It's fine. We were already interrupted. It's fine.
Okay, never mind. We'll skip that then.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was going to go over what happened with you guys during all this shit going on.
Hey.
If you want, I can come back to you so you can catch your breath. It sounds like you're coughing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, take your time. If you need to, we can do that via text, okay? All right, so yeah. You're sitting here cheering on, I took it like a champ. Nines is sitting here cursing in Spanish under his breath, just like fucking puto, fucking vada. I'm not gonna say the rest of those because those are very not nice to say, and I don't need to deal with that backlash. But yeah. So this shit just went down. Tia.
See.
You just saw two very attractive, very angry vampire men go at it, and you're sitting here having snacks with Nick, who you were just trying to slap the fuck out of. How are you processing everything right now?
Damn, that was sexy. No, she oh my goodness. She looks at Nick and then stands up, like dusts off the crumbs of like popcorn or chips or whatever. And then goes over to Ulysses and says, "Can we talk now? Dude, I want to get home."
Sure. And like Ulysses just kind of gives Laurel a look like, freaking behave for a few minutes and pulls Tia into a separate room. Well,
Really
not
sad
pulls
when I
her,
hear your
but
employees.
brings her or like gestures towards it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Once they're in and the door is closed, Ulysses just kind of says, I just want to give you some advice that I wish I'd gotten when I was first turned. Firstly, the obvious out of the way, we're not the good vampires. Us, the group of us. We're not the good guy vampires. Because there aren't any good guy vampires. Just wanted to make sure that was clear.
I feel like objectively, any vampire that's not like genocidal is a good vampire.
I mean,
So unless you want to like, go out and like genocide the humans, I guess we're different now. I think, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love a good like morally gray cocktail. But I personally think I'm better than the
went and
handless
bit a guy
fuck
in an alley.
downstairs.
I went and bit a guy in an alley like 2 days ago, just like as a thing to do is what I'm saying. So like, get used
Kinky.
to the idea of that. So
Cool. Thanks, I guess.
one other thing, and Ulysses drops his voice a little bit. Don't trust Nines. He seems like he's fine, but just keep one thing in mind. He killed you.
He saved me though.
He still killed you.
I think I was already like on a fast path to dying anyway. So
All I'm saying, he's the one who killed you. Just keep that in mind. I've had really, really bad experiences with my sire, the person who made me a vampire. So I just wanted to say that to a newbie while I still had the chance.
I appreciate it. Genuinely. And then she'll put her hand on his shoulder and she's like, I'm very sorry about your daddy issues. And then leaves the room.
And Ulysses just says to himself, nobody here can have a serious conversation, can they? That's not a legitimate dig. That's a dry.
Yeah, no. That's
comment.
perfect for Ulysses.
Okay.
Yeah, like she had a genuine moment. Like she's like, you know what? I'm glad that I'm really glad you told me, but also sorry about your daddy issues? Question mark.
Damn. Seems like you got some pretty serious issues, but I don't have any me. So
his issues are really bad. His sire was his lover for a long time, so
God damn.
He's been getting over the breakup since 1950 something.
You guys were in like a separate room, right?
Yeah, they took
We
that to
were,
another room.
and now she's presumably left.
So while they were like talking, Laurent was like fixing it, like wiping the blood off his face very cleanly and resetting the tie and stuff and trying to regain his composure for a second.
So while all that was going on, Lydia and Velvet, after their actions the previous night, catching up, having a fun time, their peaceful morning was interrupted by all of this bullshit going down. And Lydia, you come down the stairs just as you hear the thud of the punches landing, followed by Ulysses basically telling them to grow the fuck up. Lydia? You're still on mute.
Sorry, I was dying.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was an internet issue or if it was a actually dying issue.
No, I was in the middle of a coughing fit.
I'm so sorry. My timing has been terrible with that tonight.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's my timing.
Lydia just kind of like walks over, like, what the fuck is going on? Also, I apologize for not doing any fucking voices. Y'all can fight me physically.
Luna is
Easy,
making
let's
fun
go.
of-
Tia, because Tia's probably passing them at this point. She's like, well, I beat up Nick. Then Laurent beat up Nines. It was pretty sexy. And we made up. She's not. She's genuinely whispering that to Lydia because she's like, well, I don't want him to know that I think he's sexy. Like, I don't want to seem like desperate. Ugh. So she's like it was kind of sexy, and then she's like, anyway, everything's cool now. Can I go home? I've been here all night.
It's
All day,
long.
actually. Sorry.
What was I saying? Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought.
Tia was asking if she could go home. She's frustrated. She wants to shower,
been here all night.
see
She
her
wants to go
mom.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you get an escort or something, I don't mind.
Oh yeah, the sexy Italian one's taking me.
The fuck you laughing at, Laurent? Fuck off.
You didn't say it out loud. You know, fuck it. Oh, that's great.
The Italian stallion.
The Italian stallion.
Yeah. That's what his
Wow.
name's gonna be in her phone.
You're gonna name
Sly
after Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
I was joking. Sorry.
Sorry, I had to
The
yell at the
voice of
dogs, and
God will
that just
stop.
fucking
Tia.
hurt my throat even more.
You have the cough drops up there?
I think so, somewhere.
Okay. Make sure you take one.
Yeah.
Sorry, for context, viewers, that is my wife also, who I have been taking care of while they are sick. If you sound like I'm mothering them, then I'm doing my job right.
She just kind of like looks over at Nines, who was probably walking by, like, I swear to God.
So where Laurent couldn't get him to stand down, as soon as Lydia looks at him just like, the fuck, bro, he stops in his tracks and just kind of dips his head down like, sorry.
She's just like, you're gonna take her home, right?
Yeah, she actually went home last night. The plane was, it was all sunproofed and everything, and she was
Not that
tucked
one.
away safe. The creepy one you had me send back to San Diego, right?
Not that one! She pointed
Tia
the one
just
in
looks
front
at
of her!
Tia just looks at him, like, wow. All I was a one night stand,
Take
huh?
your fucking kid!
I'm that forgettable. I see. No,
Nines
it's okay.
gives her
It's okay.
Nines gives her a look that's just like, do not start with me, kid. How tall is Tia?
She's 5'2".
And Nines is like 5'11",
Actually,
6
she's
foot.
she's 5'6" right now because she's wearing her demonias. But normally she's 5'2".
And Nines is like 6 foot. So he just kind of rolls his eyes. He just fucking woke up, people. Shit's going down. He just wanted to have a nice morning of, getting some shit done. But nah. He literally throws Tia over his shoulder without even thinking and just starts walking for the door.
So
these are very steep stairs. Be careful. She's like holding on to him.
So when
as
you
soon
get
as you say that, he
downstairs,
jumps to the bottom step.
Oh my god! When you get downstairs, Edmund's there waiting for Tia because he had told Tia he would be taking her to the phone store and back home. So he's standing down there, kind of like adjusting his cuffs, just waiting.
And you see Nines jump from the top stair to the bottom step with a Tia over his shoulder.
Good morning. Is your scupple over?
Hi.
Don't you look like a ray of sunshine?
He kind of thinks for a moment and goes, if that is a term for my hair, then thank you. Gracias.
Oh my
He's
god.
being sarcastic.
I don't pick up on sarcasm very easily.
No shit,
That's true.
Sherlock.
Tia, are you ready to go to the phone store?
Yes. Because now she realizes she can milk him for her new phone.
Looks at Nines holding Tia.
Are you taking care of this one tonight?
See, we needed to go over her
Great.
employment
And before you
papers.
can even finish saying it, before you can even finish your statement, he drops her
I will try to
into
catch
his
her.
arms, just like, she's yours.
Catch her, princess style.
Go ahead and make a I would say a strength and athletics.
4 says possible BCL failure? Question mark?
Yeah, nope, you succeed. You fumbled for a second. It looks like you're about to drop her, but you catch her.
Just like, Jesus Christ.
And Nines is already halfway out the door.
He's surprised. He has good strength. Because 5 is up to what you can go, and he has 4 in strength. He catches her, he's just like, and just looks at her.
She looks at him and looks at Nine. She's like, bye. Thanks for, yeah, thanks.
Nines just kind of waves over his shoulder, flips off Edmund, and just keeps walking.
Edmund is very confused about what he just did. But
she looks at Edmund. She's like, he's cute, right?
Thanks for a moment and goes, in the looks department, maybe. The personality is shit. And he puts her down.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys are going off to the phone store?
Yeah, Edmund's going to look at her and go, my sister and her husband have went to go deal with some other issues. But I have my car here. We can go.
Ooh.
And it is that very beautiful, really old Italian sports car, fixed up perfectly. Not a single scratch on it as he walks out.
My dad would love this car.
And he opens up the door for her, as all gentlemen do.
Oh, thank you. And she sits in the car.
Yeah, he ain't gonna let you drive it, so he definitely just open the door like, get in.
Not yet.
I touched the steering wheel once, Dad.
Let me know what your drive is and we'll talk. But yeah, we're gonna head off towards the phone store.
All right.
I'm curious to know what the fuck Zelda's been doing. What is our crazy bitch doing?
So, speaking of, Zelia, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, so you and Chris have been up to some fucking shit. For those who don't know, a couple sessions back, at the start of all of this, Zelia and Chris fuckered off right before the combat started. So yeah, that night, Chris knew shit was going down, and he knew he had to get you out of there, so he just whisked you away and went, we're gonna go find some other shit to do. And you, madam, were put in touch with one of your former contacts from San Diego.
Oh.
And this particular contact was one that you were told to report all information of that he had based off of Sebastian Lacroix and his very, very, very interesting ginger business owner girlfriend at the time.
Okay. I don't know V.T.M, so this is great. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, tell me more.
Lydia. They're talking about Lydia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The informant that I was trying to make it sound spicy and
okay.
Storyteller, blah blah blah. You know,
blah blah blah.
I do not say blah blah blah. So yeah, the informant that you were working with, who you were told initially was so you could spy on Sebastian Lacroix, But then it became a case of, oh, there's this person he's interested in. They've been together for a long time. Oh, they're both pretty powerful vampires. And you were then told to start spying on Lydia, but you decided you liked her and told the informant to go fuck himself, and then he disappeared.
Uh-huh.
And when you guys fucked off from the mansion, 20 plus years later, you ran into said informant again. And he was kind of just like creeping around doing his creepy creep shit. But he kept creeping closer and closer towards the mortuary of all things. You and Chris picked up on this, and you investigated. Is there anything you would have said to him when you met up with him? Stuff like that? We didn't really have a chance to actually do like a actual side session for this. Sorry, folks.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing essentially kind of ended on bad terms then.
Yeah, no, when you told him to go fuck him to go fuck himself, he reported you to his higher ups, which is one of the reasons why you were like, yeah, no, I don't really work for anybody anymore. Fuck all y'all. Because you want me to fuck around with mom, and I like mom. Fuck you.
I like this, mom. Fuck you. Seeing him, Zelly is definitely gonna march up over to him, and essentially just grab like the scruff, like not the scruff, but like the front of his shirt, and pull him like I'm guessing he's taller than her probably, and yanking
He's
him down to
actually
her
not.
level. Oh, okay. But anyway, just pulling him like close
than her.
Yeah, like pulling him like super close to her face, like almost nose to nose because like no boundaries.
Mhm.
And just like in his face is like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Listen. I know you said you didn't want to see me again after how shit went down, but like you haven't sent anything, no letters, no nothing, and you know the Camarilla are really riding my ass here. I was trying to find you.
Why? What the fuck is going on? I don't work with anybody anymore.
Yeah, no, you can say that all you want, but like, look at Gary. What happened to him? Nobody wants that to happen again. But yeah, no, they're still under the impression that you still report to them, and like, my ass is on the line. I know you're sore about the whole, me trying to kill your friend a few times thing, and the whole, spying on you and being a double crosser. God, make it sound so horrible when you say it like that.
She tightens her grip on his shirt even more.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking for Sebastian, okay? And you know that Sebastian is supposed to be dead. You don't know about, like, the sarcophagus and shit going missing as far as, like, all that going down, but you, like, heard bits and pieces of it through the grapevine kind of thing.
Okay, him saying that, I don't know if I need to roll anything for this. But Zelly's gonna try it and essentially take her leg back behind his to try and push him to the ground, like make him fall.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, because she's pissed about hearing this.
No, totally valid. Go ahead, and because you're doing a surprisingly like intricate maneuver, we'll go ahead and do it as melee.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just melee?
Strength and melee.
Okay. I hate all dice. I got one success. Typical Zelia fashion.
He rolled it like 3 dice and failed all of them. So you just
okay.
You're gonna lay down now. Just lay down.
It's not the most graceful fall down, but it's falling down. And of course she's still holding on to his shirt, so now she's like essentially sitting on his chest. Still holding to his shirt. And just staring at him. She's just like, Death stares at him, and she's like, what do you mean you're looking for him? He's supposed to be dead.
That's what we thought, but they did some digging, and, well, the coffin is gone, and what should be his ashes aren't there. There's no trace, there's no nothing. So, we're pretty sure that fucker survived. I don't know how he survived an entire building being dropped on top of him, but you know what? I've seen weirder shit. I've seen you on a bad day.
In her frustration, she kind of just lets out a big sigh, lets go of her shirt, stands up, and as she stands up, she takes her boot and just like pushes into him.
Oh god.
against the
I need
ground.
to pay extra for this.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's just gonna kind of turn her back to him, and then she like kind of like puts her arms up and stretches, and she's like, "Yeah, gonna have to tell Liddy about this one. Shit."
You think that's a good idea? She could be a little hot-headed. I think you just punctured my appendix. We would use that thing.
She just turns around, smiles. She's like, "I don't think we do, but it's fine. You don't need it. You'll heal anyway. Just go eat somebody, whatever. Disappear, fall off a cliff. I don't really care." But no, she needs to know. This is very important because he might be coming after us. And then after the things that Chris saw that made us run, this is not good.
Mind you, Chris has been watching this whole time, just like eating popcorn while watching this go down.
He's
proud of his. He's proud of his spawn. Okay.
He's like, yeah, no, she's crazy. She's a crazy bitch.
The apple don't fall far from the tree here.
Is it obvious that we're like kind of in the direction that he was going when we caught up to him? Like that we knew that he was going towards.
He was going towards the morgue.
Yeah.
Which, it initially no, but when you were holding him and threatening him, he kept looking down a particular street, which it's easy to put two and two together. He's looking the direction he's got to go, and that street is a dead straight ahead to the morgue.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm guessing he's still kind of on the ground.
Oh, he is currently holding his side and laying there as he internally bleeds. That's where the blood belongs.
Zelly's gonna just essentially kind of kick him back over onto his back again, step on top of him.
Oh god! Oh god!
Just standing there on both legs, and then kind of just crouches down.
Oh my god!
And then just kind of looks him dead, like just looks him in the face. She's like, "Oh, were you headed to the morgue or somewhere else?"
I was going to see your mom.
Well, she's long dead and she's in San Diego. Try again.
All right, fine. I was going to see your sister, the fat bitch.
Again, dead. What else?
Okay, go ahead and roll me. I don't know what to roll for intimidation while standing on intimidate. Go ahead and roll me an intimidation with strength and manipulation. This is not a roll I thought I would ever have to make.
What kind of a DM are you? Be prepared for all the rolls, Cam.
I got 2 successes.
He got 2 failures, so yep, no. As you're standing on him, you lean your heels in a little bit more. You can feel his ribs start to groan. Like when you start bending a stick and you can feel it getting ready to break. Good. And at one point, your foot shifts back to catch your balance, and it doesn't land on his torso.
Sucks for him.
And yeah, no, he's very much in pain and very much confused about what's going on here, and also his poor family jewels he'll never use again. And just fine, all right. I was going to the fucking morgue. Somebody said that there was a body there that looks like the guy that might have been in the coffin.
Okay, good to know. And she's gonna kind of like just like take her hand and just tap him on the forehead. But then at the same time, she leans in and kisses him on the forehead. She's like, "Thank you, bye."
And as you walk away, he just lays there like, "The fuck am I going to tell my therapist?" And so, yeah, that's what you did throughout the night. You did look into the rumor, and unfortunately, it only turned out to be a rumor. It obviously wasn't the body of Cain. But you did find more of the bodies that were brought in by the cops throughout the day and stuff like that were part of the mass... You do not knock my wig stand over, asshole. You know, the serial killer shit going on. And, yeah. So that's what you spent your time doing, and then you made your way back to Lydia's house. just in time for, to get some rest for the day. And you eventually woke up to the shit that went down that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Zelia has officially joined the party. So that being said,
Yeah, there you go. I was just doing that. I just repeated the whole fucking time. God damn.
all right. So back to Lydia. Velvet
So-
rejoins you just as Zelia comes upstairs. Looks a little more tired than normal, but you're pretty sure it's a Malkavian thing at this point.
I'm gonna like watch Zelia as she goes to the because let's be real, Zelia has her own room in my place.
Oh yeah.
Just okay, goodbye. Basically. And then she just turns back to Velvet.
Velvet smiles at Zelia, gives her a wink before looking at Lydia. I have to go, as you can see, Nines is in a mood, but don't be afraid to call me. Last time you left me on red for 10 years.
Damn.
Listen. There was a lot going on.
She smirks and grips your chin, ever so slightly. Honey. Now I'm gonna go take care of Nines before he finishes his temper tantrum. You are gonna have your hands full. And she gives you a kiss on the forehead and makes her way to the door.
Oh. She's just gonna kind of watch her go, just be like, dang.
Hate to see her go, but love to watch her walk away.
Leave.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what you see, Zelia. And then you see Nines walking out with what looks like a pretty fucked up nose. And there's LaRon looking a little disheveled at the top of the stairs there.
Ever so slightly. And I'm already, making that less ever so slightly. We closing those gaps.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're essentially all standing in the hallway.
Yeah, there's like half you upstairs, half you downstairs, like that little staircase that leads to the hallway you can see kind of thing.
Edmund's gonna look up, nod towards Lydia as he heads out with Tia to get in the car and everything. He's no longer there. He's good.
LaRon waves at Edmund and Tia. And then looks over to Lydia and watches Nine leave and goes, Lydia, my dearest apologies. I may have started a mighty kerfuffle in your upstairs area up here.
Really?
I do apologize. It is unbecoming of me. I've just had a lot on my mind these past few weeks. So must have came
Lydia
out.
just kind of like looks up at him, just like, I'll get the information later.
Yeah. Well, now I believe we need to speak to the gentleman downstairs who is, I guess, our former prince, now a pauper.
Zelia, this is the first you've heard of them having the missing prince in the basement, or him even being alive.
Yeah, what is this prince's name?
I forgot what I named him. Oh my god.
Dumbass. His name is
Oh,
Prince
okay.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. Le dumbass. Okay, Dumas.
Le
Got it.
Dumas.
I genuinely forgot what I named him. I have so many fucking notes. But yeah, the Prince of New Orleans. You can come up with whatever fucking name you want because you're a Malkavian.
Yeah.
Gambino.
It's
Oh, okay, never mind. I got a perfect name. We did see.
Yeah,
I would say what we saw before we got out of there. So yeah, hearing about a missing prince in the basement, and Zelia's gonna also just like she's gonna perk up finally and kind of be like, "Oh, okay, I'm awake now. Hello." Like it's like a physical thing you see. Like she kind of just like shakes it off and just like, "Okay, I'm awake."
Zelia was here last night, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Or this is
No,
Zelia's first time showing up.
they left, and that's when they were
They
doing the
left right
thing.
before the prince showed up.
Yeah.
Or,
So the
like,
thing
right
I
before
was
the
just
combat
doing was
occurred.
what we were doing while you guys were doing the fight. We
Last night
investigated.
was
We
the fight
investigated the
with the
morgue while you
prince.
guys were fighting.
Boy, he is one. How dare you freaking go to my home without me being there? 2,
Fighting.
Kai is probably far too high right now.
No,
Probably.
no, that's not it. It's just was she
Just silence.
there was
Anyway.
2 fights that happened. So is this the fight that happened last night when we were beating the shit
Yes.
out of the prince?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. When you guys were beating the shit out of the prince,
So you were doing
Chris
stuff, right?
and Zelia went and investigated the morgue.
And then Zelia just got back.
Well, they got back
like, right
like,
as dawn was
end.
about to happen, like just the edge of
Mm.
nighttime, slept, and then woke up like, oh hi, I was here the entire time.
Okay, and then that's when
fine.
and that's right at the end of me and Nine's
Yes.
little interaction.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
that
Cool.
that
That's
is
fine.
our
I was
essentially
very
that's
lost for a
that's
second.
what woke her up, is hearing that.
So I get the feeling
I'm not
that
okay.
I don't.
Timeline on a dry
What I'm
erase
confirming
board.
is if LaRon has ever met Zelia, and I
No,
don't
they busted
think
through the
so.
No.
They essentially came into the house, the bodies were flung at them, and then her and Chris pieced out
out.
very fast.
Okay, so if that's the case,
So no,
then
he's never really met.
All you
And
know
maybe
is
in a
this
blink of an
weirdo
eye.
that you never saw walked out of the basement like she owned the place and just like, oh, person in the basement, let's go.
not for pleasantries then. Oh, sorry, I didn't know we had. You have brought additional guests, Lydia. Hello, my name is Laurent Dubois. What is yours?
I'm guessing you're the reason I woke up early. Thank you. No, thank you. Hello, I am Zelia. I live here.
Nice to make your acquaintance. I apologize if I awoke you so suddenly. That was not the intention of my interaction with Nines. We had also heard a scream from the basement, which also might have been the sound that woke you as well, which is what I was investigating.
No, I definitely woke to a dick sizing competition, but that's fine. You guys can both be small in my book.
Ooh. You know what? That's fair. That is a fitting response, I guess. I'm man enough to at least take that one on the chin, as it were.
And then she's just gonna kind of like smile. She's like, I don't need a premonition for it.
I feel like me and you definitely got off to the wrong
hint
foot.
of like, now, oh, this is a Malkavian. Shit.
Yeah, no, you. As soon as she starts actually having a conversation, you realize that she's a Malkavian, and try to make sense of anything they say. You'll have a better time hurting a bunch of cats that have mice in the room.
Okay, so Malkavians say weird shit. They're the weirdos.
Yeah, they can say
Malkavians
weird
are
shit.
the
They can be weird
embodiment of
shit.
insanity.
Yeah, they're
Gotcha.
essentially Malkavians see the future, but they hear things, but they hear so much that it essentially fractures their mind.
Gotcha. So Lauren's like, I see why our sensibilities may not align with each other. All right, then. So let's go talk to the prince, shall we?
Hey, Zelia.
Speaking of a prince, and she's gonna turn on her heel. She looks over at Lydia. She's like, I learned things that we're not gonna like.
Lydia just kind of blinks and is like, Zelia.
I did some investigating that I love to do. And so the good news is he's not here at the morgue. Bad news is Sebastian might be alive.
Lydia straight up freezes.
Yes, because Velvet kind of left that out. They implied it during part of the conversation, but nothing was ever confirmed about that.
Yeah. Lydia just straight up fucking freezes, looks at Zelia like, I swear to God, you better not be fucking with me.
Old informant, that also worked with me. I had a run-in with him last night while you guys had your fun with Mr. Can't finish the job of killing Lind. So, you know, we did my investigation and, he's at least not in the morgue here. But I can at least trust, as much as I don't want to, I can at least trust the informant that what he said, is correct.
Sorry, answering the thing I just saw in chat. No.
Yeah, Lydia was preoccupied and was not there for that part of the conversation. That was also during the Nick shit. And everybody assumed that she heard it, so nobody actually told her.
In her defense,
So
she was
yeah,
trying to save her son.
that's totally her son. Anyway, so this news hits you like a ton of bricks. You have a lost, crazed, rabid prince in your basement. Octavia's flying back to San Diego. You have another new baby on top of Tia, and your girlfriend just unintentionally completely kept you out of the loop on something that was life changing. Well, girlfriend, not girlfriend, whatever you and Velvet are.
Fuck buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
Real
We are
good
massive friends with benefits.
Valid.
You my B-U-D-D-Y.
So
I'm gonna
how are
say
you?
this. I'm gonna say this, and Cam, you know exactly what I mean when I say this. Lydia straightens up, looks at Zelia. I got a cutting board with his dick on it. Let's go.
Yes!
Oh
Let's
my
go! She runs into her, like, you see her just, like, turn around, run into her room, and she comes out, and she has got, like, all these, like, weapons decked on her.
They have Sebastian written in lipstick on the side. Are we gonna just basic instinct this?
Nah,
All right,
man.
so
Because this shit is personal.
it has every right to be personal, but yeah. So, what do you want to deal with first? The fact that your psycho ex might need to be separated from his dick for legal reasons, or the dick that's in your basement that is missing its hands?
Listen, Laurent and them can take care of the one that's in my basement.
Okay, so
Not
you're gonna
wrong.
go investigate what's his fuck?
I'm gonna go investigate my ex-boyfriend who needs a dick cutting.
Zelia, I'm guessing you're going with.
Yes.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. We have 3 groups now. Okay. Y'all are mean.
Split the party. Split the party.
Oh no, I'm taking Nick with me, by the way.
Oh, thank God. Because I don't think Nick wants to be there for what's about to go down from the sounds of it.
Keep Nick
No,
here.
no, no, I'm taking Nick with me.
Keep him
Zelia,
here.
you get your nephew.
All right, so we'll go ahead and go to the basement with LaRon and
Oh shit, Zelia
Ulysses.
wasn't there when she turned Nick.
No, she wasn't. So that's gonna be a fun.
No.
Oh yeah, by the way, Zelia, Nick is now a vampire.
Ah.
But yeah, we'll discuss that when we get to that scene. So let's go to the basement first.
Right. What the fuck information are we trying to figure out from this guy?
You
I'm
guys were
legit
looking
drawing a mild
into
blank.
you were looking into why he vanished for so long, why he's become
Yeah.
a suddenly serial killer, why he's breaking the masquerade, stuff like that.
What the fuck did he do with the Hakata? What do you mean he's taken some of them?
That
Okay. Let's get ourselves in there then.
okay, so you guys get downstairs and the vampire formerly known as the Prince of New Orleans is still missing his hands, but the wrists have kind of sort of grown over, but almost in like a rotten, decaying flesh kind of way. Like the creepy demon goo from Princess Mononoke kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just sitting there, smiling and swaying side to side as best as he can with his hands, with his arms tied, rather.
Mm-hmm.
He's not.
And
Um.
as you two approach, he stops. His head is almost at like a 180-degree angle. You can see
Mm-hmm.
part of what looks like a neck bone kind of leaning against his skin there, and just,
Yeah.
oh, I thought I had a little more alone time.
Mm. Nah, you made a lot of noise, and here at Shade, sit the fuck down. Um, we like to check on our guests every so often if something bad would have happened to them. So consider this me checking in on you and making sure you're fine. What's up with all the shouting?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I wake you? That was so. Must have had such a busy night if little old me with my sighing and talking just happened to wake you up.
Nah, nah, I just heard a noise after having already been up. I'm not doing this with you right now. I'm just letting you know that. Like, I'm here for some very easy answers. I'm pretty sure you can give me, unless you're still too, delusional to be able to know really what the stakes are.
Delusional. Who says that? The wolf or the sheep?
Both, they're animals.
You can tell by the look in his eyes that he's definitely not all there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's turning into a
He's
mouse.
not a Malkavian, but he's starting to sound like one.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like a way to like see if I can snap him in back. And the only thing I can think of is like splashing him with water, but I feel like it's not gonna do much. So
Yeah, because part of his face is still pretty fucked up too. Like there's bits of like skin that's like hanging off of his face from where he got his face rearranged.
can I like pull a piece of skin off?
Sure.
Like, would it hurt him?
Uh,
Is a better question.
it would hurt a normal vampire, but he's not a normal vampire, so nobody really knows.
Okay, so let's not do that yet. That's
Okay.
let's hold that as an option. Don't judge me, okay? I see you judging me over
I'm
there.
not.
I just want
I'm
you
not.
to know, creatures of the night. Okay.
Even then, they're just like, okay.
Anywho, I guess like I grab um some water and splash it on his face for a moment. See if that gets his shocks him a
He
little
just kind of
bit.
sits there completely unfazed.
That's what I figured as much. You hungry? Hungry at all?
No.
No, not at all. Damn. Well then, I guess you won't mind if I just take myself a sip. And he like pulls out a small little vial of blood he keeps on hand. He's like, oh, mm, mm. Oh, negative.
let
Some of the
Let me make
best.
a roll here. Somehow, despite of all his disadvantages, he is completely unfazed.
Excellent, excellent. I still take a drink. Um, and swallow. I'm like, all right then. So first and foremost, person formerly known as the Prince of New Orleans. What in the hell happened over the past 7 years that you've been gone?
7 years, 7 years, 7 years. Has it really been so short a time? Huh. Anyway, I suppose I could indulge. Looks you up and down like he's still acting like he has the upper hand. And he just kind of smirks and just, since your mom's not an option. And he just kind of chuckles and I finally opened my eyes. I saw the rules. and this masquerade we live in, and realize that it's simply to keep us from obtaining the power we rightly deserve.
I can sort of get behind that. I can understand the need to do that, but in such a brazen way to cause such chaos to kill those folks. What was the motive behind that? Just to sort of rustle a couple feathers, stir the pot a little bit, see if you can get some stuff going on. I mean, you were the prince. You could have made anything happen within the Camarilla with just a snap of your fingers. So why not? Why so
Is
aggressive?
is that really what you think the prince is? A spoiled brat who can do whatever he likes at the touch of a hand? No, 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 no. Anybody who wants that crown wants nothing more than to bend over backwards and kiss Camarilla asses. The prince is simply a title I've learned. It's just another puppet string in the Camarilla's web. I'm done playing the puppet. The Camarilla want us to live in the shadows, live like humans. Why dress as the cattle when you can actually harvest them? Why are we living in the shadows and they can live freely?
How's that worked for the Sabat so far?
The Sabbat are a joke.
Yeah, you sound an awful lot like them.
He kind of, his eye twitches a little bit, but he just kind of shakes it off. Just, yeah, well, regardless, I've set things into motion, and now we get to see where the dice land.
Ooh, would you like to explain those wonderful plans of yours? It would be so great for you to just tell me.
See, normally, I would tell you to eat shit and die, but you interest me. And he looks at you and Ulysses, looks you up and down, just, out of all the players in this game, you two at least have been entertaining so far.
Oh, thank you. I try to put on a show every now and again,
I
but
won't
I am
tell
here.
you everything.
I mean, what's the point in keeping secrets between vampires, especially one who has now been in a well? I'll be polite today. In dire straits, as it were.
I've never been in dire straits, and I am not at a point where I need to ask for help. As a matter of fact, I'm right where I want to be.
Excellent. So tell me what you feel like telling me. We'll see how far we get.
What I will tell you is, it is only a very short amount of time you guys got left running around without a care in the world, trading territories, dominating hookers in the alleyways for all I know, and I couldn't care less. You've got only so much freedom left, and then everything burns.
This is because of those remains that got out of San Diego.
I didn't quite catch that. You cut out?
Is this about those remains that got out in San Diego?
Oh, you mean Sebastian or the one that actually matters?
Oh, the one that actually matters.
That I don't know about. I know that a couple of people in my little friend circle were interested and had the means of making it happen, but I couldn't care less about the past. I care about our future and where we shall sit at the top of the food chain where we belong, not skulking through the shadows like rats picking on scraps.
I mean, you need to have a way to survive the sun, one of our most dastardly of enemies. Some places the sunlight don't reach too far, but a lot, that sunlight's creeping through, and global warming and all that other jazz is really cutting through the clouds, and the UV rays are killing us. That said, I don't see how you intend to get past that aspect. So why not just work quietly in the shadows and run things as we see fit, the way that we in the Camarilla and some of us in other esteemed places handle things? Why have to rough it up so much now?
Because now the humans they're complacent. They can be they can be sedated with television programs and mindless apps that do nothing but collect virtual currency that will never be used. And as for the daylight, well, I'd love to tell you, but I'm afraid my time is up.
Hmm.
As soon as he says that, he crunches down and you hear a crack in his teeth.
Ah, you little
And
bitch.
there is a flash of light, and suddenly he is completely enveloped in blue flames and tied to a wooden support beam.
I fuck. Well, time to do some funny shit. How many other support beams are there? Sometimes we can lose one and still be stable.
Down here, there's like 3 per, I want to say, like 8 or so feet, but this is
Yeah,
also an
that's quite a
older
bit.
house.
Cam,
She's had it re-
I had an idea.
Okay.
Can I? So my character can like control shadows and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Can I use those to smother the flames?
Uh, let me take a peek here. Yes, you can.
Awesome. What do I roll for that?
That is going to be that is going to be a intelligence and let's just do intelligence with your hunger dice.
Sorry, How do I determine how many hunger dice I have?
You roll the amount of white boxes there are. Or
All
like
right.
unchecked.
So 5 plus my 2 intelligence. Uh, 2 successes.
Alright, he's basically insta-killed, so it's not that hard for you to wrap your shadows around and just envelop it until the flame goes out. You caught it early enough that it doesn't cause too much damage. There's a little bit of burn damage on the beam and a tiny bit of like a couple of embers here and there that kind of burn out after a minute, but you managed to keep the house from catching fire.
Thank you
We
there, Ulysses.
we really need to stop lowering Lydia's property value here.
You know what? If I'm being honest, like if I'm just keeping it a stack with you, um, I feel like it like adds character to it. You can like a lot of people, and like who the fuck are they to know? What the actual previous tenants were doing in here. This is a legacy item. Like this just adds. These burn marks were some woman being burned at the stake. Maybe we could lie and say that it
Whatever.
wouldn't change
What makes you
anything.
think she's ever gonna sell this fucking property?
Also a
That's
valid
also
point.
a
Wait,
good
hold up.
point.
Hello, Lydia. How are you doing?
All right,
She'll deal with this later.
so you guys have put out the fire after questioning the former prince, the former living, now a pile of smoldering ash nightmare you were dealing with. Is there anything else you want to do while you're down here in the basement?
Is there anything in the ashes?
Go ahead and make me a uh wits and investigation check.
Can I also look through the ashes?
With investigation.
Wits
Do with
investigation.
I don't see in. Am I looking in the wrong place? I don't see investigation. Oh, there it is. Pardon. So that is 3, and I don't add my hunger dice.
No.
Okay. Three
I rolled 3
successes.
dice.
All right, 3 successes and Laron.
1 success.
Okay, that's enough. Like you're mostly just sifting through what's ash and what's not.
I just
You do
much better
find
for it.
a couple of surprisingly, most vampires don't carry this because it fucking hurts. A couple of silver jewelry pieces.
Huh?
Mm.
One is, for some reason, a crucifix. Another is a silver ring with a somewhat tarnished now emerald in it,
Hmm.
and a copper ring that doesn't really look very special, but it has some strange inscriptions that are kind of hard to read after years and years of wear. You also find a small leather pouch that didn't get burnt up.
What's in the pouch?
A bomb.
You look in the pouch, and inside is a stench. You are hit in the face by what smells like rotten bog meets like human corpse on a really hot summer day next to a garbage truck.
Oh, Jesus.
So specific.
And inside is a mixture that if it didn't smell so bad, it looked like it could be an interesting soup, but there's bits of chicken foot, there's human bones, there's strings, there's straw dolls. This is a voodoo pouch. And a fresh one.
Could be a lead.
Ulysses, could you do me a favor and please close that up? I am
Yeah.
truly
Sorry,
unable
boss.
to focus. No worries. I've made my fair share of mistakes today too, so you know it's all part of the growing process.
Some of this stuff might give us some info about what the prince has been up to these last 7 years. We should hold on to it.
I strongly agree. I just don't want to smell it.
Once you
That's
close it up, the smell instantly vanishes.
oh my god. Whew. All right.
The voodoo pouch. That's not a. I don't know my lore at all. That's not a Hakata related thing, is it? I thought I remember something like that.
No. A lot of Hikata do practice voodoo, but this particular one, there's nothing kindred about it. There's for the both of you, because you've both been around here for so long and you know the area. It's almost like the warlocks that have set up in the deep swamps down in the southern part of New Orleans.
Mhm.
The leather itself is a very old handcrafted, hand-tanned alligator leather pouch.
Ooh. I think I might know some friends around here that might be able to track down whoever crafted this particular pouch.
All right.
I got my friends in the swamps that I've been cultivating over the years. We'll probably get some information.
Sounds like we've got a lead then.
Sounds like it. About the best lead we got. Should probably inform the owner of the house, obviously, of what has occurred, as well as probably update the folks who are not here as well. Wait, did Zillia follow?
Zillia is with Lydia.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't. Cause I know she was like intrigued by the idea of it. I didn't know she came down. All right, cool.
But
cool.
then she heard the chance to cut off her friend's ex-boyfriend's cock.
That's what it was. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
right. It's hard to keep track of everything.
She's going to buy a cutting board
It's
and
our
just
own
write his
fault
name
for
on it.
splitting.
All right.
It's our own fault for splitting the party. All right.
Now, this is
Ulysses
another,
pockets the stuff we got from the prince, and
This is another
see.
art style I'm trying out.
Awesome. So while y'all are doing that, we're gonna bounce to two we haven't talked to in a hot minute. Edmund and Tia.
Hey. I have let
What
Tia
was with that giggle?
I have let Tia control the radio but I do have some headphones into some earmuff things because if she blasts the music, I don't want my eardrums blown out. I don't know what she's making Edmund listen to though.
Oh, you know the song. I posted it in the player chatter. She's showing him George Storm. She's like, hold on, I have the perfect song for you. Hold on. And she puts on George Storm.
Edmund.
For some reason, sorry, never mind.
No, you're okay.
I was gonna say, for some reason, when you said you know the song, "Last Resort" by Papa Roach started playing in my head.
No.
But yeah, Edmund is very you can see him he's a big brother. He's been a big brother for so many years, so he's used to whatever his sister wants to listen to, he lets her listen to it. Whatever she wants to do, he lets her do it. Pleasing those who are younger than him. He's just sitting there you can visibly see his eye twitching a little as he starts speeding the car along to the nearest fucking phone place, and then
the sooner we get there, the sooner we can turn it off.
Immediately,
she's like, "Oh, do you want me to change it?" She's like, "Oh, do you want me to change it? Does this bother you? Does it bother your old man ears?"
Edmund looks towards her and says, "I am used to how they say the younger generation, the younger hip generation. You can listen to whatever you want. You can." And he parks the car.
That was awful what you just said. It felt like I was talking to my uncle.
He shrugs to her and goes, "When one lives for a little over 300 years, they don't get much of the references. At least, not I. Let us go get your new phone."
That'd be kind of funny.
Any new phone I want?
Any phone you want.
Any phone.
Any phone, no. And he just kind of looks a little annoyed. He's just like, "Any phone you want, no matter what year, what model, or anything. You get a case, get a protector, whatever it is you need. Charms, I don't care. As long as we get out of the car and I don't have to hear this."
I could kiss you on the mouth right now. I won't, but I could. And she gets out of the car.
He just kind of sighs a bit and goes, "Here we go," and gets out of the car with her, walking into the phone store with her.
Yeah, so the guy who runs the phone store is he's not one of your guys' ghouls, but he's a ghoul of a vampire that lives in the area, knows the need for late night services for people who just work all day long.
Yeah, as soon as they walk in, he feels the coldest breeze rush through as it's surrounding Edmund.
He actually jumps a little bit, turns over, and just goes, "Oh, it's you."
He hasn't seen him since his first time getting a cell phone. He's just like,
You two know each
Have
other?
you upgraded from that flip phone yet? Bro,
I do not have a flip phone. My sister got me, and he holds up the newest phone. He's like, "Got me whatever this is," and he puts it in his pocket. No,
no.
I am here for a phone for this one. They broke it.
I didn't break it. Fuckface with no hands smashed it.
He kind of goes like a shush. Pick up whatever phone you want.
You know what? I'm paid minimum wage, man. I ain't paid enough to ask, man. When you guys decide, just ask for Dave. I'm Dave. Dave's here, man. Just let me know, man. And he goes back behind the counter and starts texting.
Cool.
That guy's high as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Tia immediately grabs the newest smartphone on the market and grabs a screen protector, a case, and then a few charms. And she's like, this'll do until I can order another Mothman case. Or should I do a Jersey Devil case? Oh no, I should do a Squonk case. And she's saying all this to Edmund as if he understands a word she's saying.
Edmund's going to be nodding to her, just like, yes. About to buy her one phone for every case to shut her the fuck up. Just walks her towards the goddamn the goddamn person is just
to Dave.
Yep, to Dave.
He
And
has
just
a name,
goes,
man. His name is Dave.
Edmund don't care. He just walks up to him and says, "All right, how much?" And just like doesn't even ask how much it is. Just holds out his card, like, "Here, swipe it."
He gets you all rung up. It's like a $1,900 package that she got.
That's fine. That's
All
fine.
right,
Edmund
so
got
yeah,
the money.
you pay it on your card. He sets it up for you, and you're good to go.
We're vampires. We're fucking rich.
Edmund walks out with
Yeah.
her. They get back into
Don't
the
tell that to
car,
Lind.
and he takes a card and hands it to her and says, "This has my personal information on it in case you need to call. It also has Rosetta and Reese. Now, what is your address so I can take you home? I feel like you need a bit of time to cope with your family. Do remember you cannot tell them,
A shower.
yes, but you cannot tell them about what has happened to you."
I, you know, I don't think my mom would believe me even if I did.
Hmm.
I got spiked with drugs. So yeah, I'm not telling her anything. Don't worry. Address. It's a it's a good sized house. That's kind of tucked away. Um,
As they park,
it's
he
homey.
looks to her and goes, "Would you like me to speak with your parents, or would you like me to drop you off and pick you up at a later time?"
You can come in. I won't be long.
He nods.
Besides,
"You don't have any
hmm?
pets, do you?"
I have a dog.
You can see him kind of like thinking about it and goes,
Uh-oh.
"All right.
Do you not like pets? Are you
Uh,
allergic? Do
no,
vampires have allergies?
I some do, some. Lydia is, from what I understand, allergic to silver. But
Oh.
We're all allergic to silver.
not necessarily, actually. You need to take a fault
There's
for
some traits.
that." He goes, "All right. Um, I do not mind animals. I actually rather enjoy animals. Animals do not enjoy me. So, let's go." And he gets out of the car.
Oh.
All right.
She unlocks the door with her house key and gets inside.
Before you even put the key in the door, it flings open, and your mother is there just
Look,
gushing and gasping and just, "Oh, my baby, oh, you're so," and she's like holding you close, face against the chest the whole night. She is crying. She's just, "I was so worried about you. Where have you been?"
Ma, I called you, remember? And she kind of gestures to Ed. She's like, this is the mortician that I'm gonna be working under, remember?
She smacks your arm, just, "I know you called me, but you never called when you left when you got home."
Edmund
Well,
kind of bows to her and says, "Ciao, my name is Edmund Mortain, Mozzarella Mortain." And he holds his hand out for her.
She kind of looks a little surprised, takes his hand gently, and
A
just
gentle
kind of,
kiss on her hand. Gentleman, before letting go.
she pauses a moment, pulls Tia down, and just in her ear, "Don't let this one go.
Ma!
I'm just saying, you're
Anyway,
of age." And this is in your home tongue, by the way. This is not in English, so Edmund doesn't understand any of this
so
unless he
it's in
speaks.
Vietnamese.
I don't know if
Yeah,
Edmund speaks Vietnamese. Does he?
given that I think we decided he spoke Italian, French, and German.
Is there a?
I think it was a flavor text thing we talked about, though.
Yeah, I was to say. I don't. I think. Yeah, I think we said that he spoke German, German,
German and
Italian, and
French.
English. A little bit of French. He's working on his French.
Right. Right. Anyway, so yeah, she's sitting here just like, "You're getting older, honey. I don't want you to end up a spinster like your auntie."
Edmund's just.
Mom, I'm 23. That's not a spinster.
You're at the prime
And
time.
Auntie's
You
a
need to have.
lesbian!
Where are my grandbabies? He would give you beautiful grandbabies. Such beautiful babies. Do not let him go. In
I don't
English,
wanna
she
think
smiles. Can I
about
get you
having
some
baby.
tea?
I just
Tea would be lovely, mademoiselle.
Please have a seat in the living room.
He
Tia, be
nods.
nice.
He makes sure to take his shoes off before he walks in and sits down on the couch.
She is basically swooning at this now.
He does offer her, because he keeps stuff in his car and stuff. He does offer, like, because they just got there and everything. He offers a nice gift to her. Thank you for welcoming me in. He knows a little bit of culture from around the world, and he offers her like a thing of fruit. I believe is what he's supposed to do. He just offers her fruit and sits down and just waits.
oh my god. He's laying it on thick for
He
her
has
mom.
to. He has to.
This totally can't bite you in the
Planning a
ass.
wedding in her head right now.
My favorite thing about this is that this is a tense vampire story about murder and some subterfuge and shit. But there's the C plot is a rom com, and I'm very I love the fact that that's what the other thing is. It's all this chaos, but who the fuck is Tia gonna marry at the end of it all? Find out next week, folks. That's what it is, and I love it.
Edmund sits down, arms over his lap, and just waits.
He takes the basket, sets it down, pauses, looks at Tia, and in Vietnamese, in the calmest, most gentle voice possible. Tia, if you let this one go, I will never let you live down the goldfish.
That was not my fault, and you know it. And then at this point, her little Jack Russell would probably trot in.
Speaking of Jack Russells, Edmund.
Yeah?
Go ahead and make me a charisma and animal kin check.
Can you woo the dog?
There's a reason I'm asking.
Yeah, 3. Okay. 2 successes.
Unfortunately, that was not enough. Because as soon as Jack Russell runs in, he licks Tia's hand once, stops, locks eyes with you, and just stares.
Edmund, you can see Edmund is looking straight. You can see if vampires could sweat, you would see the beads of sweat going down his face as he's just staring directly at a wall, I don't see nothing. If I hold extremely still, the dog won't notice me.
It's like a T-Rex.
Exactly.
I would say Edmund's playing by Jurassic Park rules. If I don't move, it won't see me.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, you stand perfectly still. But as soon as Tia's mom goes to cup your cheeks, he bolts over and just starts jumping on the table and screaming that Jack Russell Terrier scream at you.
Edmund is going to look at the dog very calmingly, and she's like, what a charming little creature you have.
Yeah, come get your child. That's not even a real grandbaby. Get it. It's being rude to your future husband.
Does she say
Oh
this
my
in
God.
English or in
You're the
Vietnamese?
No, this is
Okay.
all in Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Tia looks at her and she grabs her dog. She's like, "You're the one that keeps buying him sweaters. I don't want to hear that he's my son."
I don't.
But she's
It's the closest I have to a grandbaby that you are ever gonna give me at this rate. I'll be in the old folks' home before I'm able to hold my newborn my grandbaby. You got me so flustered I can't get my words right.
Mom, just, you know what? I'm gonna get my clothes. And then she turns to Edmund and in English, she's like, meet conversation. Good luck. And then goes to her room with the Jack Russell.
He just nods and looks towards
Who
the
is
mother.
snapping and snarling and wriggling the entire time.
Looks towards the mother and just gives her a polite smile. You have a lovely home.
Why, thank you. Your wife is very lucky to have such a handsome and caring man as you.
Oh, I am not married.
Ah, shit.
Eyes get wider.
I am very focused on my job, but
What kind of a career do you have?
I run mortuary.
The old family run place.
See,
Eyes get even bigger.
Oh my god.
our family has had the mortuary in our bloodline for many years, all the way dating back
Ooh.
from Italy.
You don't say.
See,
He moves to sit next to him, scooches a little closer,
oh
just starts. This
Look,
is
if
like the
Tia don't,
perfect
Mama
spot
might
to
shit.
avoid the air conditioning. I get so
Tia
cold at this age. And she leans in a little closer, just so what made my little girl stand out so much to somebody as well off and fortunate as you?
her amazing intuition and wit, and her charm when it comes to speaking with others. I'm assuming she gets it from you.
Oh,
She pauses, smiles, puts a hand on his. Just call me Mama.
Hmm. I will do so, Mama. And he kisses her hand. He's internally screaming,
oh my
Tia, get down here,
god!
please.
So this
Now that
happens in the
Tia's a
span of
kid,
about like 5 or 10 minutes. Like this conversation happens while you're upstairs, Tia. Is
Tia is
there
like packing as fast as she can.
because she knows that look in her mother's eyes.
Yeah, well, that and like now that she's a kindred, she has like acute hearing, right? Or like she has like heightened
Oh yeah,
hearing.
no, she heard her tell him to call her mama, and he immediately did.
Yeah, no. Now Tia's packing a little slower because she's like, oh, he wants to play this game. I'll let him sweat a little. Like it's still like
So how
quick,
many
but
so how many children do you wish to have? Surely you'd love to have a bunch of wonderful children running about. You seem like you'd be a wonderful father.
Edmund smiles softly and says, when it comes to my family, I know that my family prides itself on our relations and keeping our family close. A large family is something I've always wanted.
oh my god, you're saying all the wrong things.
Edmund, listen, Edmund is struggling. He's trying to be the charming person that Reese would want him to be.
If she could, there'd be a wedding certificate on the table right now, just so you know.
Right? There'd be a wedding certificate. She would have already signed for Tia.
Fuck
Again,
a
no,
dowry. She's
in
like, fuck it.
in
This is
Edmund's mind, he is literally screaming, "Please pack faster."
By
So
this
yeah,
time, Tia would have finished. She has like the Jack Russell in one arm, like a bag of her like most important belongings in the other.
I hope it is
she
not too forward to ask this, but I think Tia will be um, working a bit close with me and my family for a while, and I am unsure
Oh my!
if. And I want to ask if it was okay by you if she manages to stay a few nights.
she the biggest smile is on her face. If she could, there would be, Alex Louise Armstrong sparkles around all around her, Full Metal Alchemist style. Just, I trust you wholeheartedly to know what's best for my daughter. Please let her stay with you as long as she
the most
needs. And
irresponsible mother in history.
She
if you
wants
need,
her to lock it down.
if you need
Handcuffing,
anything
goddamn.
Anyone else?
whatsoever,
Hmm?
I'd
please,
say if this
please,
is anyone
please
else,
don't
her mom
hesitate
would
to
be like,
ask.
I will make sure that we visit quite often because family is the most
Oh,
important
don't be a
thing.
stranger.
Of course not.
It is. I do miss the sound of tiny feet running around the halls and the tiny cries in the morning. I do miss having children around. It's a shame I have no grandchildren to speak of.
That is unfortunate.
Tia's like walking into the doorway at this point, and she's like,
Yeah,
and
she walks
Denise
in
like,
just in time
Mom.
to hear. She comes in just time to hear the "I have no grandchildren" comment, and you know this look. She is in love with Edmund for you.
Yeah, she looks at Edmund, and Edmund can immediately see she's doing the eyes. She's essentially doing the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, but just with her eyes. She's like, I am so sorry. My condolences to what you've just brought on yourself. She's like, all right, Ma, I think Edmund and I should leave.
Yes, go. Don't let me keep you. Go. Oh, before you leave, and she runs to the kitchen. She's gone for like 2 minutes. Comes back with like 18 different types of Tupperware all stacked together. A couple of Crocker,
Yes.
Betty Crocker margarine containers and stuff like that. Hands it to you, like shoves it into your arms. Just you're not eating enough. You're too skinny. And are you eating enough, Ginger? You're pale. You need to eat more.
She just kind of blinks because a few nights ago, like most, non-white parents, it goes from you're too skinny to you're too fat in like a day. And so she's like, she kind of blinks. She's like, 2 days ago you said I was getting fat. She doesn't say it, but like the look on her face is like, thanks,
besides,
not.
And in Vietnamese, just you need to put more weight on your hips. They're perfect birthing hips, but you need more weight on your hips.
Edmund walks over. What did you say your last name was, Tia?
LeBeau. Her dad is Creole, right? That's the correct term.
Yes. Either Creole or
yes,
Cajun.
Her dad's
Depends.
Creole.
So
he's from the nicer side of the tracks.
So
whichever one. Her dad's from Louisiana, so his name's LeBeau.
As they're leaving, Edmund takes the mom's hand and says, "It was wonderful talking to you, Mama LeBeau," and gives her a kiss on the hand.
Oh
says,
my
I will
God.
See you soon. And walks out with Tia,
Jesus
taking her bags
Christ!
and going to the car, like almost speed walking to the car. Like, oh.
Laurent has a run for his money. Depending on who Tia ends up with, her mom has already put Ed like on a pedestal.
Oh, she ain't met Laurent now. Like she.
No, but I used to hang out with a Vietnamese family, and a very similar person to Edmund came home, and literally after he left, at the top of her lungs, "If you don't marry him, I will divorce your father and marry him for you."
Yeah.
I've lived near enough Vietnamese families in New Mexico that this is actually how they do shit.
So Edmund takes her bags for her, loads them in the car, looks at the dog, and opens up the back seat, thinking, "Oh, my poor Leather." And they head to they get in the car and they start, heading back to the mortuary. And it's an awkward silence with Ed just staring at the road as they're driving.
Tia gives him a smirk and she's like, "So, Mama LeBeau, huh? You laid it on that thick."
He glances towards her, trying to make sure he keeps his eyes on the road, but he glances towards her and goes, "When they come, I am Italian. We respect our mothers and we respect others' mothers. If she wants to be called Mama LeBeau, then I am not in any position to say no."
You know why she wanted you to call her Mama LeBeau, right? And she kind of leans in a bit closer.
See, I am aware.
So you're aware that she wants like 5 grandkids now because of you.
He looks to her as they're pulling into the mortuary and gives her a smirk and says, "As long as it is not 4. Unlucky number." And he gets out of the car.
What's going?
Kind of blinks. She's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Can we even have kids? Like, does it still work down there?"
I don't think so.
He's gonna ignore all your questions as he claps his hands and ghouls come and starts unloading the car for her.
All right, well, that's going down.
She's carrying all this Tupperware in.
Lydia, Celia, and Nick. Oh my God. So, Lydia, Celia, how are things on your end?
Oh, we're doing great.
We're hunting down a dick to chop.
Yeah, it's dick hunting season.
All right.
And not to fuck, to kill.
Oh my God! Somebody clip that, please. If anybody's watching the stream right now, please clip that.
No.
Anyway, so
I'll clip it later. I can't at the moment.
Valid. I need that clip for my. If anything, I'll put it on my channel because that Gorgeous. Anyway,
Hang on, there's a sound. There's a sound that I need to play.
Oh,
Why isn't my
no.
sound working, you fuckers?
We hunting dicks.
Anyway, so the information you got, Zelia, uh, you were able to kind of do some digging, make some phone calls, stuff like that throughout the night. And you managed to piece together that Sebastian was last seen entering New Orleans, but nobody seems to know if he made it past the gates or not. Metaphysical gates, of course. Metaphorical. Words are hard. So where do you guys want to start?
Well, Lydia filled in Zelia on what happened with Nick.
Who is now sitting in the back seat sipping on a Capri Sun straw like it's a fucking wine cooler.
I love that for you, bestie. Welcome to the
Also,
club.
Mads, you got lucky. The shipment of Capri Sun straws I ordered didn't get here before you left.
No.
Sorry, continuing. Nick is just like, yeah, it's chill. It's the hearing is going to take some getting used to. The club's going to be a lot more uncomfortable after this.
Welcome to the
So, boss.
rest of your life.
So, boss, I got a question for you.
Mm.
He leans forward, smiles that Nick smile that you know where this is going.
Oh no.
Why the ever-loving fuck nuggets did you think that it was going to be a good idea to piss off a vampire that's been in torpor for 7+ fucking years?
Listen.
Oh, I'm
That-
all ears.
This wasn't exactly my fault this time.
Really? Because the beatdown that I got before you decided to save me says otherwise.
He was just trying to live our lives.
He literally showed up and asked what the fuck the bitch, what was he called him? The bitchy ginger snap wannabe's girlfriend was doing in Louisiana after being gone for so long. And why she was slumming around with Mr. Baron what's-his-fuck over there. Smells like a 420 store gone bad.
You can see the fucking. You know what? Hang on. I need to post something. I need to post something in the chat real fast.
I feel disrespected from a distance.
Zilly just has that meme of like the math going in front of her face, just like like trying to like put the dots on like who
look
he's
at
talking about.
Look at the table chat.
We actually have the.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why are they so
Yeah,
funny?
he lays that shit on you.
This has all happened in the last like 2 days, Nick.
No shit. I thought this happened over the course of the last 20 years of my goddamn life. I like being a ghoul and all, but like, oh my god. What the fuck, man? Like, he was beating on my ass. Kept saying that, you know, oh, well, she's encroaching my territory, so I'm gonna make her pay, blah, blah. Why do I gotta pay the price
Where
for you
are
getting
we
your
right
fucking
now?
dick kicks? You're in the car.
Where are we right now?
You are heading towards a place with a name that I wrote down because I'm smart. You're actually heading to your secondary nightclub.
Okay, so we're in the car.
Yeah, you're in the car heading to your secondary nightclub because that's where you keep a lot of the stuff you don't want your staff to see.
I'm looking around to see if I have anything to throw at him.
Pennies.
I will turn this car around.
I would say pennies, but
Don't
you
make me
too
come
rich.
over.
Throw your credit card at him.
Roll a wits and investigation check.
Give me a second.
Punch him in the
I mean,
dick.
while he's talking about getting beat up, Zelia kind of like puts her hands like because she's like in the front seat front of him or whatever. She puts her hands like peeking over and just kind of has her eyes, and you can just see you can tell she has a big old smile on her face, and she's like, "But did you like getting beat up?" Did it feel good?
But it was hot, right?
Only when it's an attractive guy, not a guy who looks like he'd be related to some weirdo on a D&D stream.
I love my son.
It's related to our Sunday games.
Nick, poor Nick.
5
Beggars
successes.
can't be choosers. It's fine.
Honey, beggars can't be choosers, but at least I have class. Have you not
5
seen my new
successes.
Mercedes that my boyfriend number 4 bought me?
Damn. Number 4?
Hmm.
It's a whole asshole.
The bottomest bottom.
Got those daddies.
Oh, damn. Angel dust, eat your heart out.
I mean, he's my
Fuck.
kid.
Is Lydia gonna say anything, or is she still processing?
5
Oh, no, sorry,
successes.
Okay, yeah, so you look and you happen to see a couple of those really hard, really painful sonic breath mints that were left in the cup holder by Nick nonetheless. You pick him up. Are you gonna just like chuck him over your shoulder at him, or are you gonna like actually turn and throw him at him?
I'm gonna actually turn and throw him at him.
I love laughing.
Roll me a dexterity and athletics since you're throwing candies.
Throw in a drive so you
4
don't fucking hit
successes.
someone.
How many successes?
4.
You managed to peg him between the eyes with both of them, just thwack, thwack. He kind of rubs his forehead like, what the fuck? I was just asking an honest question. I was treated as a human fucking a ghoul pinata, now I'm an undead pinata. I think I have a right to know what the fuck you did.
I don't even know what I did.
Fuck. San Diego all over
She
again.
has
How
the
about you
mom
wait for that
tone of,
fucking
I
shit?
will
I'll
turn
talk to
this
you
car
through Cajun Dick to
around.
distract me. Go ahead, turn around. What are you gonna do?
Kill me? I'm already dead. I didn't realize I wasn't muted, son.
You're good.
Don't call Velvet.
Somebody clip that.
I was like hearing that, like Zelly's gonna lean over to Lydia and be like, you know, we're going fast enough that if you hit the brakes, he's gonna probably hit his head on the back of the seat. Just saying.
It'll take a second, just a single second, just bang right there.
Do it. You know you want to. Do it.
Brake check a bitch.
Let the intrusive.
And she's about to fucking brake check him if he one more smart ass remark.
What, was Velvet not enough? Do you need some dick too?
There it is.
Brake check.
Unfortunately, he failed his check, so his elbow slips and he cracks his head on the center console. Just crack.
That's what you fucking
Full on
get.
sounds like a wooden bat hitting a really, really, really old baseball.
Oh, a delicious sound.
Thwack.
I love my son, but god damn it.
As he comes up, he purposely like smacks your funny bone, Zelia.
You're an asshole.
And you're a cunt waffle. What's your point?
Yeah, you have a point, but shut up.
At least you're not a blue waffle.
Hi-yo. Deep cut.
She's about to fucking call Velvet like, do you hear this shit?
Funny that you mentioned that because your phone starts ringing.
Oh no.
It's not Velvet.
She's gonna look
It's
to
not
see who it is.
Nines.
It's Jesus.
You take a look, and a very familiar name pops up. Somebody who may or may not be in charge of the Malkavian clan.
Oh god, fucking. She answers.
How do you answer?
Yes, Daddy.
Hello?
Hmm.
Sorry, Luna is still dying.
So long since you've reached out. One might think that you.
She's gonna put it on speaker so Zelia can listen.
Oh, as soon as she does that, Zelia recognizes the voice immediately as this. Excuse me. Sorry. Still coughing up phlegm from Concred. You recognize this as the voice of Beckett, the head of the Balkavian clan. And his tone is very monotone, very Bueller. Lydia, you
Bueller.
haven't contacted in some time. We thought perhaps you died, but obviously you haven't if you still have my favorite there with you.
Oh.
May I ask what the pleasure is?
Pleasure, pain, pain, pleasure, pleasure, pain, pleasure. Could be both, could be neither. There's like an actual pregnant pause. You could almost hear this 1,000-yard stare through the phone. Before there's a sudden loud crash, followed by, yes. So, we've seen something that involves you and your little circle, square, triangle, dodecahedron group, plan, party. And there's another pregnant pause. And then after like a good 30 seconds where you're pretty sure their brain is like reset completely, you could hear the Windows dial-up noises kind of sound. Oh yes, the vision. Be careful of the man with 4 fangs. A red throne, a thorn, a rose, a crown. Spiraling, whirlpool, darkness, death. Decrepit, crypt, tomb, sarcophagus, empty. It was lovely talking to you, Click.
I turn to Zelia, like,
Help translate.
Zelia's just like
help
twinkly eye,
translate,
just
you
sitting
speak
there.
crazy.
Zelia just twinkly eye, just sitting there, like,
So, because you and him have the same kind of crazy going on, you pick up immediately that the rose symbolizes Sebastian. The falling could either mean he has fallen or is falling. Either way, the landing is going to end with blood on the throne, an empty crown covered in thorns, and the sarcophagus.
It means Jesus.
What you can put together is that this means that shit's going down. Sebastian is once again at the center of it, but somebody is pulling Sebastian's strings, and the sarcophagus needs to be found.
Okay,
We
yeah,
still got a
everything-
cutting board with his dick on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything you just said. Yep, nope, relayed that.
What do you do with that information, Lydia?
Well, I think on it for a few minutes. And I glance back at Zelia because I'm driving.
Mhm.
And just I'll dig into this more later tonight. Because right now they need to get to the other club.
Which, at
As
this
she
point,
continuously pegs Nick in the fucking forehead with mints that he's left in her car.
just
Like,
one after
clean up
another,
my
just
damn
thwack,
car when
thwack,
you use
thwack,
it.
thwack.
It's our nice Tesla, okay?
Did you get the
Ooh, a
truck
piece
that
of
looks
candy.
weird as
Ow,
fuck?
a piece of candy.
Ow, piece of candy. Yeah, so you're by the time the phone call is over, you're pulling up to the club. For obvious reasons, you called ahead to be like, hey, this one needs to be shut down, tell them it's for remodeling or whatever. Everybody's over at your main club on the other side of town. And save for a skeleton crew here to make sure to basically play security and like work on restock and stuff, there is nobody here.
Okay. And it's like it's just my other goals, right?
The skeleton crew is legit skeletons Octavia has made for you. Don't worry about it.
Don't have to pay them. You were saying, Lydia?
So it's just like a couple of like some staff and then a couple of my other goals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And one skeleton behind the bar that Octavia did make for you. His name is Jeff.
We love Jeff.
If you don't tip well, he'll have a bone to pick with you.
God damn it.
Everyone thinks it's a decoration.
I think it's a really cool animatronic.
It
It's one
is.
of those, like AI
It
gimmicks
totally
they have
is.
going on or something.
Yeah, it totally is. That's totally what it is.
This particular one, this particular club is modeled very similarly to your old club in San Diego, with the office that kind of hangs over and overlooks the dance floor as well as the windows leading outside. You managed to save your old desk because you love that thing.
My old desk got destroyed.
Oh, the replacement for that one.
Same.
Thank you.
I was trying to retcon that for you, but no, now it's going to be canonically destroyed.
Well, it kind of had to be.
Oh, I know, but I was going to try and be nice. But nope, it's canonical now.
It's just like, it's a really, really good replica.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So with the information you have been given, and a couple of your ghouls pass along messages pertaining to similar, like, not necessarily sightings, but rumors thereof, of a ginger, scraggly-looking man from California wandering around. And you can triangulate that it's a 50-50 chance that it's either a very good lookalike or it's Sebastian LaCroix.
Yeah. But with everything that's going on, she has to take it as it is, as the possibility of it is.
Absolutely.
And she basically thanks them for the information, lets them
They
go
go
home
back to
early.
work. Okay, they go home early.
She's just gonna lock up after this.
For sure. Lydia. Or not Lydia. Zelia. Fuck. As you walk into the club, go ahead and make me. We're gonna have our first compulsion of the evening, potentially. Considering the shit that you went through the past couple of days, you managed to hold it together, but it's a little more difficult now. Go ahead and make me a wits and awareness check to see if you notice something peculiar that sets off your compulsion.
My wit and my awareness. I have 1 success out of 4.
Unfortunately, that is not enough to avoid as you walk in and you notice one of the curtains is 1/8 of an inch shorter than the other. That one over there is a slightly different shade. That one over there claims to be 100 count, but is it really? You now are compelled to go and measure and inspect each of the curtains in the room.
Celia's on the case.
You see this, Lydia.
Oh, I see it's Zelia being Zelia.
I'm just saying that you notice this is going on. Is there anything special you tell her to do or not to do?
Acknowledge me.
Oh no, she's just like, oh, okay. And then goes back to getting the rest of her information that she needs, goes up to her office, keeps
Yeah,
an eye on Nick.
Nick is currently sitting at the bar staring at a martini that he wants to drink, but at the same time he's just like, I'm not going to get drunk off of one, and I don't want to go into the stock room.
Oh, my poor baby.
Because he has to bar back it later.
Oh, my poor baby.
Yeah, so with the
Yeah,
information you have, though, it's not that hard to triangulate the most common sighting areas. One of which is in one of the nearby historic parks. It's a little bit bigger. It's got a couple of smaller haunted features on it. Like, they have ghost tours there every night. One of them is an old mansion in the French Quarter that hasn't been lived in some time, but it still is kept in pristine condition. And the other
hey, I know
is
where we're
the
going.
cemetery.
Hey, I know where we're going.
Are you going to the mansion?
Duh.
Well, how are you gonna get Zelia away from the curtains?
And I yoink.
I mean,
Are you gonna
yeah,
physically
fuck it.
remove her from the club?
I'm gonna try, but also just the promise of, hey, we might be able to cut somebody's dick off.
Can we
In
take
that
the
case-
curtains with us?
In that case, Lydia, make me a strength, manipulation, and melee check. And go ahead and throw
Strength
persuasion in there
manipulation and
too.
melee. Strength manipulation
Strength,
melee.
manipulation, melee, and persuasion.
Okay. I just had to count how many dice that was.
Zelia,
Yeah.
make me a resolve, a wits, and an athletics check.
So
Okay.
athletics. All right, it was resolve, athletics, and what?
Resolve, athletics, and awareness.
Oh, you're an idiot.
6 successes, 2 of them critical successes.
All right, let's wait and hear what Zelia rolls.
I have 2 successes out of 5.
So how many successes do you have, Lydia?
6.
So unfortunately, Zelia, you are pried away from the curtains because you still have the need to count. You still need to keep going. You need to measure and make sure they're all good and everything. But Lydia is just a little bit stronger and basically carries you over her head to take you to the car as you get frustrated that you can't finish your counting.
They better be able to cut that dick real deep.
Yes, I promise. Once we find him, you can cut his dick off.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are heading to the mansion.
Yep.
Okay, cool. We're gonna bounce back to LaRon and Ulysses now. Oh, real quick.
Cool,
Are
I'm
you
gonna
telling
start
anybody where
dying.
you're going, Lydia?
Oh yeah, I sent a group text.
Okay, so everybody
Laron's
gets the
phone
text that they're
buzzes, and
heading
he's just
to.
like, "What the fuck is that? What is that?"
So yeah, you all get a text from Lydia saying, "Have a lead on Sebastian Lacroix, checking out the old abandoned mansion over on North Hill."
Ron looks at the message, gives it a thought, looks at Ulysses. Ulysses, feel like we need to join up over there, maybe offer some support.
Well, it wouldn't help with any bad blood between us and Lydia for, messing up her house.
Sounds about right.
Plus, they might need some assistance cutting that dick off.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, and I don't necessarily know if I want to be a part of it, but I owe it to her to maybe assist. So sure. Yeah, we'll make that work as it needs to. I am awfully hungry. I've used quite a bit of my internal reservoirs. Um,
You guys are able to grab a blood bag from the fridge on your way out, wherever you guys
just
end up
want to
heading.
recover that willpower if possible.
To recover the willpower, you'll need to do at least 2, and that'll give you 2 of them back.
Yeah. Yeah, so just 2 blood bags will get me 2 back.
Yep.
Lydia already said that y'all are welcome to have anything that's there, so.
Easy. If it's something I can consume as a venture, then yeah, I'm consuming it. But I guess we head out in that direction.
Yay, unsplitting the party.
All right, so I'm guessing you're taking the car.
Oh, for sure.
All right,
Oh,
so
God.
you know whereabouts this mansion is. It's a very well-known landmark. And from where you're at, it will take about 20 or so minutes to get to the house if you take the highway and you let loose on the gas a little bit.
Okay.
If you decide to play it safe and not draw attention, it's about a 45-minute drive.
I think LeRon's gonna probably move a little bit quicker, just in case. He doesn't know how fast certain people are gonna be moving through, and if they found a lead, they want to sort of close that distance um, sooner rather than later. Um, I'd say he's got some. He's been around the block a couple times to know where law enforcement tends to focus itself. So at least he's going to try to avoid some
Mhm.
more well known spots.
Totally fair.
He
In
knows
that
where
case,
the speed traps are.
go ahead and make me a. Let's do wits, as well as dexterity, and we'll add drive and streetwise to that.
1, 4, 5, 8.
All right, go ahead and roll them.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Oh, we rolling fucking hot today, baby.
Baby.
Okay. So I'm going to use one willpower.
Willpower you just got back.
Son of a bitch, it sucks. I hate it here. But I gotta want it. I don't want it there. We'll take that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes out of the 8.
Easy enough. You're able to take those curves, dip through the shadows, and it's pretty easy. You know how to navigate these roads. You were here since before they were even built, so takes you all of maybe 15-20 minutes to get to the house.
Bet.
You will be arriving just as Lydia and Zelia are getting there. Edmund and Tia,
Yeah.
you get this group text. Tia, you don't know how, but they already have this number.
Edmund looks at it and kind of like looks towards Tia as most likely he's getting her something to eat because she has not eaten yet.
Yeah.
So he has
Yeah,
he
she's
missed
a little
like a
hungry.
ghoul sitting down with them, and he's pouring himself a cup of dead blood. When he feels his bone buzz, he goes, "What the fuck is that?" And he looks up, holding a glass in one hand, a ball in the other, like, "What was that?" He's never had group
Your
text like
phone.
this. Picks it up, looks at the
Tia,
text.
I say Tia's already on her way, like reading and responding. You know those like those stickers that you can like download from certain apps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's like, cool, thanks for letting me know, and then sends like a sticker that she got from an Otome game. It's essentially, if you've ever played Mystic Messenger, it's one of those
No.
emojis.
Oh my god!
So Edmund looks at the text and he kind of blinks a bit. You can see he brings it kind of close to his eyes to look better because, well, yes, his eyes are fixed. He still kind of seems a bit cloudy on the eyes from being blind. He looks a bit at it and goes, "Should we head over?"
I mean, yeah, I'd assume so.
See him kind of think for a moment as he looks at her and goes, "How do you fight?"
I'm sorry, how do I what?
Fight. Do you prefer weapon or do you prefer hand to hand?
Well, I was getting my concealed carry, but I don't think I can do that anymore. I have pepper spray, and and then she like pulls out a stun gun from her bag. She's like, and this.
So you prefer close combat?
It's not that I prefer it. It's more like this is the only legal shit a woman can buy. I
Then
can't
would you
exactly
prefer
like huh?
then would you prefer to stay in the back?
Sure. I'm kind of new to all this
He thinks for a moment
undead.
before he talks to one of his ghouls, and they come back with a silver dagger, and he hands it to her. Take this in case something gets close.
Ooh. This is pretty.
Do not cut yourself with it.
I was saying while he says don't cut yourself with it, he sees that she's like mid selfie. She's like, huh? Oh yeah, of course.
You're lucky you are not one of the ones that cannot be seen through
Like
photography.
she was posing very Buffy the Vampire Slayer style. Like she's like, oh, I'm so sexy and dangerous right now.
He kind of looks at her, kind of tilts his head about why she's doing such a thing, but kind of like does the whole never mind as he goes. If you something gets close, you can use this to take care of it. If you wish to stay in the back, I would say stay close behind me or Ulysses.
Damn, not even Laurent. God damn.
Well, he would say stay
Laura would
behind.
be up front.
Yeah, he would say mainly stay behind Lydia or Ulysses because Ulysses packing a gun. Lydia tends to be the kind that like talks and stuff. You get really close,
wow.
so he's
Oh
like,
yeah, no, I get up in motherfuckers' faces.
yeah. So
Valid,
he's like,
valid. I see your point. I see
if
your
you need
point.
to
No, I
stay,
respect it. I
if you need
respect
to
it.
stay back, stay next to Lydia and stay next to Ulysses. All right.
Cool. Sure.
Well, day
Doesn't take
two.
it doesn't
Day,
take you guys long to get there
Hmm?
at all.
oh yeah,
It's not.
he makes sure to take all the back roads and stuff that he needs to. Just get that fuck
Mhm.
there.
We can go back to being a hermit.
No, he's not gonna go back to being a hermit. He does his, she says she wants to go. Fine. He looks at her and goes, night
No,
two.
I'm saying like to get this over with so he can eventually go back to being a hermit.
Essentially. So as he like gets in the car with her, he goes, night two of being a kindred. Hopefully.
I think I'm starting to finally get the hang of it.
He looks to her and gives her kind of like a I'm gonna try and smile for you kind of smile and goes, hopefully we live long enough for you to really get the hang of it. And he takes off in the car.
So, oh, this is. Oh, I'm so happy about this. So,
I'm less happy about this now.
Right?
If it was up to
all
me.
3 cars. So
I'd
I was rolling some dice, and you all 3 of your cars arrived at the exact same time, Haunted Mansion style.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
The mansion
looks like
itself
everyone
has
made it.
years and years of ivy on it. It's not in disrepair, but it definitely has some wear and tear.
I, by the way, text my siblings, hey, I'm going to this location. Text my sister and text my brother-in-law, like, I'm not gonna, like, not tell them where I'm going.
Your sister texts back, thank you for the update. Book signing is wrapped around the building. We'll be here for a while.
Nods, tells her to stay safe. Don't kill anyone. Just because they look at your husband for more than 2 seconds, don't kill no one.
I'm missing my book
Texted
signing
back.
right now. I'm so fucking pissed.
He texts back literally 2 seconds later, just no promises. Takes it, and then a picture comes through, and it's a girl wearing a very, very form-fitting, very low cut, maybe barely covers her ass red dress with her hair all brushed to one side, and like doing the hair twirl on the finger, looking at her husband signing the book.
Edmund this whole time he's using text to talk because texting you. Talk to text or whatever it is. He just sighs and goes, if you're going to kill someone, just make sure you hide the body. You get rid of the body well, or make a good cover up. And he freaking gets up, like, text me if you need me. I'm more loyal to you than them. If you need me to come get rid of a body, I'll come to you. And starts walking inside. Gets out of the car with Tia. Looks at everyone.
Well,
So the
good to
house.
see how everyone arrived right at the same time.
It would have seemed so.
So the house itself it's in some state of needing repair, but it's not falling apart yet. There's ivy growing up the sides of it. There's some areas where even kudzu has wrapped in with the ivy and has strangled the ivy to a point where it's nothing but twigs hanging in the kudzu that's climbing up the side of the building. The pathway's a little more beaten up than most of the houses in this area. All of you would know, being New Orleans natives, that everybody avoids this house like the plague because it is assumed to be haunted by some vicious, horrible person from around the time the Civil War ended who literally shot his entire family and then himself because he wouldn't be taken by them Union bastards.
Hmm.
And people have tried to own this house off and on for like the past 100 years or so, but every time somebody has moved in, something awful has happened and they've either been hospitalized or dead. So this house has just remained unsold.
Much history.
You know, I was going to bid on this a long time ago.
It's filled with history. I can see why you
Hmm.
would.
Oh no, I just wanted to get rid of a racist home. I thought it would be great to own like a
Fuck
racist. I
yeah.
thought it'd be great, like spitting in the face of it, you know. Black vampire, and immortal of myself, being able to outlive them. Would have loved it. Missed out on that bid though.
It'd make a lovely
Tia,
community garden.
Lydia was trying to
Tia
say
look.
something.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Luna's a little
What?
harder to hear with the throat set. Were you trying to say something?
Oh, I was just saying to that. Just I respect that.
Okay, sorry. It's just I want to make sure that you're heard because your voice and everything. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead,
Appreciate
Tia.
you.
Tia looks at LeBron and she doesn't say anything. Oh, goodness, my cough. But and they can probably see in her eyes, like there's a little bit of a sparkle in her eyes, and she's like, "Fuck yeah."
Actually, Tia, that reminds me, we're gonna teach you about compulsion rolls.
Oh no, please. Have mercy.
So, unfortunately, this falls under your work and your interests, and
yeah,
because
it
of the
does.
subject matter surrounding this house, falls right in line with your fuck the patriarchy kind of stuff, you know? So you're gonna make
Fuck
me
racist. Fuck the patriarchy.
you're gonna make me a resolve, composure, and let's go with occult check.
Cool. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. All right. One critical success, one regular success. Or no, one critical success, 2 regular successes, and I'm assuming the black dots are failures.
Yeah, you passed. You're good.
Oh,
For a
thank God.
second, for a split second, the urge to just say screw everybody and run inside and immerse yourself in the history crosses your mind, but then you realize you'd be making a fool of yourself in front of Laron, the most eligible
I can't do
bachelor
that.
in New Orleans, and you manage to rein it in.
Yeah, her finger in that case, her fingers twitch a little bit. Cause she's like, man, it'd be super cool to burn down a racist home. Nah, I can't
Yeah,
do
because
that. I can't
your
do that.
first response is let's set it on fire.
I mean, yeah.
100%.
Because fire.
Yeah. Listen,
Arson.
you know, someone can go grab some marshmallows, you know, we'll make it a block party.
Exactly. But you managed to keep it under control.
Oh, thank God.
As you guys all get out of the cars and stand before this ancient house, I want everybody to make me a wits and awareness check.
Okay.
Hold on to your numbers. I will call on you. That way we don't have
Wait,
anybody just
everybody?
shouting everything out. Everybody.
Okay, sorry, I was about to have a sneezing fit.
No, you're
Bless
good.
you.
Just hold on to your numbers and I will ask for them to avoid everybody shouting them all at once.
27.
Throw that guy off a cliff. I don't know who he is.
62.
Whoever's rolling 27th in my fucking vampire game needs to fucking fuck off. Alright. All right, let's start with Maggie. Or sorry, Edmund, what did you roll? 4? Laron, what did you get?
2 crit successes and a single success.
Alrighty, Zelia, what did you get?
I got 1 crit and 1 success. Well,
All right. Tia, it looks like you put 0 successes in the chat. I just noticed you mentioned there, Corky. I'm sorry. Link, what did you? Or
bestial failures.
Ulysses.
that is good. Ulysses, what did you get?
I got 2 successes and 2 dots.
Okay, so that's just dice. So you got 2 successes.
All right.
And then Lydia.
5 successes, 2 of them are critical successes.
God damn. So everybody except for Tia notices 3 different things.
Makes sense. She's
Number
she's
1,
the youngest.
the windows in this house, all of the glass looks broken out, but it still looks like there's glass in the window that's kind of shimmering and waving a little bit. Almost like the surface of water as a gentle breeze goes by. The second thing you notice is that under the steps are dark shadows darting back and forth, far too fast to be any form of wild animal. And the third thing you notice is the very distinct, disgusting, offensive to any vampire kind scent of werewolves coming from inside.
Oh.
And on that note,
God
we'll see you
damn
guys
it.
next week.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Oh no!
Okay.
I have to
Rex.
find a dramatically appropriate time to end the session, and I have to adjust the fact that everybody has shifted except for Phoenix on daylight savings time. So
That was a perfect spot to end.
Just as my headphones are about to die. Nicely done.
Mhm.
All right.
I am your god. Long may I reign.
All right. So we have been Dice and Destiny.
Alright, I'm about to die, so I love you guys. Good night.
That was Outer Space Studios.
Oh.
We are Dice and Destinies. Thank you so much for coming to our New Orleans by Night Chronicle. It was lovely seeing all of y'all. Hope to see you all Sunday. And thank you everyone for being here.
We might have a big announcement on Sunday to be decided.
To be decided,
Yeah.
indeed. But thank you, Kai. Thank you, Link and Fabi, Corgi, and thank you, Q Cosplay, for hosting.
Woo!
Anytime. I'm just glad my health cooperated this week because I have been holding on to this chapter for so long. And just so y'all know, and for you viewers at home as well, we managed to bypass almost 2 hours of combat by y'all splitting the party.
Oh, thank God.
So
Part.
we will see Fabi here and Q Cosplay on Sunday
Ew.
when we continue our Exandria campaign. Hope to see you all
Come
soon.
see the spooky boy dig himself to the other side of the planet.
Hope to see you all very, very soon. I wonder if there's someone we could raid out to. This will be like
Let me take a look.
the second time we've ever raided.
Oh,
Because I'm a dummy and keep forgetting that raiding is a thing.
So do I. Don't feel bad. Unfortunately, it looks like you're the only one on my end who's live that's not a bot.
let's see. There is Coffee Cat Presents is doing their session 31 for Vampire the Masquerade right now.
What are they called?
Oh, perfect.
Coffee Cat Presents. We've rated them before, but under the other name.
Ah.
Copycat Presents.
All right, well, on that note, I have to go to work early tomorrow. I will talk to you all later.
Bye bye. We love you.
Good night.
Have a
We're
good
gonna
I
go
also
raid
got it.
coffee. We're gonna go raid coffee.
Cat
Cat
Presents.
presents, and we'll see you all next time. Go show them some love. Bye bye.
Bye.